True, OBS. This version of OBS isn't giving me the pop-up saying like, are you sure? It's like, no, not this time. Let's go for the... Oh, is that my light now? Oopsie, don't mind me. Hello. It's from, recording, a little video that I shared in Discord. At least I wasn't saying anything embarrassing. I'm sorry if you heard me killing a fly. That's literally all that happened. Is there was a tiny little midge, that's been in my room for days, and I keep missing it. But I got it this time, so that's why I was saying I was gonna go wash my hands, because I have fly on me. So I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about the peek behind the curtain. Why have things moved? Where are my things? Did it all move? I don't think it all moved. Julia's in the right place, isn't she? Where's my collection of men? No, everything moved. Ah. And then I'll just have to move, then I'll move Julia back. There we go. Hello. Happy time zones, happy weekend, happy Sunday. I hope you guys had a good week. Yes, Kofi's up, because I realized we'll have to talk about the thing. But that's right, art stream, what the fuck? That's so crazy. I know. And I don't just mean I'll be joining Magma, I mean like actual arts. I was like, I can... and the reason is because I already got the sketch done last night before I went to bed. So the idea of just lining and colouring on stream is less scary than doing the whole thing from scratch. I was like, well, I want to finish this drawing off. But I could do it on stream. I was like, I could stay off stream, in which, you know, I could not stream, in which case I'll probably get distracted, and I might not get the drawing done. Or I can stream, where I'll be a bit more likely to get the drawing done. I know, usually I get distracted on stream too, but I was going to get distracted on stream anyway. But hopefully we'll feel a little better, because it'll force me to listen to music and not put random videos on. And, yeah, and I can put I figure Magma can go on in the background if you guys want it. And, we just have to make sure I don't run over. Because it's watch party day. It's been a while. But 'tis watch party day upon us once more. So I do have to make sure I finish stream at least 7:30. So then I can start making food at 7:30, and it will be ready for bang on 8 o'clock. Which is when we will start. I mean, okay, if you've not been to one before, the watch parties I host on my Discord server, I always put the time as 8 o'clock, but I never actually press play until it's about 10 past, quarter past, just because, like, I know people will be late. It's not like if you don't show up at 8 o'clock, you've missed it. Like, you can be a few minutes late, it's fine. But yes, we're watching Over the Garden Wall tonight, all 10 episodes, which each episode's 10 minutes long. And also the pilot, and also the 10th anniversary short film. Because I figure why not, as a little bonus. I don't know if there's anyone who's going to come along who hasn't seen it before, but there's always a chance, so obviously don't talk spoilers without spoiler tags during the watch party. You've never seen it? Ah! I'm excited for you then! I never want anyone to feel like, I haven't seen it, everyone else is talking about it, and everyone else knows what they're talking about, and I don't get what they're talking about. It's like, no. It's really exciting when there's people who haven't seen it before. Whatever it is that we're watching. I love, introducing new people to things. And Over the Garden Wall is very, very sweet. It gets a little sad, but ultimately, like, it's a kid's cartoon. It aired on Cartoon Network. It's not gonna end sad or scary, you know? It's so weird that it's like 11 years old. Because I watched it when it came out. But it is the perfect autumn vibes little cartoon. Because, like, you know, something like Scooby-Doo, it's like, well, there's monsters, but it's not set in autumn. So, does it have pumpkin people? No. Well, is there a headless... I can't remember. No, is there a headless horseman in Scooby-Doo? Maybe, I guess it does have one pumpkin person. But, yeah. Obviously, me and Julia, I can't can't remember how many times I'd watched it, at least 3 or 4 before meeting Julia, and since being with Julia, we've rewatched it every year. Usually through watch parties in her Discord, but obviously last year she was here with me physically for October, so we watched it together on the sofa. But the Wi-Fi in the Airbnb we had wasn't very good. It was a very nice Airbnb, and we didn't want to complain. I was scared about complaining, so I didn't complain, but the Wi-Fi was terrible. So we ended up having to watch it while using her phone as a hotspot. But it was fun. We got it done. I think we managed to get it done. But this year it's my turn. I've never hosted Watching Over the Garden Wall before. It's usually Julia. I know she wants to try and be there. We'll see if she wakes up. She had a busy day tomorrow. She was at a wedding. A busy day tomorrow. She had a busy day yesterday. She was out at a wedding, so we'll see. We shall see if she wake you up in time. But trigger warnings and everything, obviously, if you guys feel you need them, as always, in the what is now called the event schedule channel, because that's a much easier and shorter name than calling it watch party and stream schedule. So no, it's just event schedule. And if you want to see what time zone it starts in for you, because it's 8 PM my time, it's 8 PM because that's as late as I can go without it horribly impacting my sleep. But as late as I possibly can, so hopefully like Americans can still get in. And people in those time zones. So if you go to the top of the channel list tab, there's a button at the top that says events, and that way, if you click on it there, it'll show you the time in whatever time zone you is in. But yes, Over the Garden Wall today, Sweeney Todd stage musical. Next week, Beetlejuice stage musical, week after that, and Tanz der Vampire week after that. I know, 3 musicals and Over the Garden Wall. My thing is, well, they're all horror comedies, so that's what we're doing, because I didn't want anything heavy. Sorry, Elizabeth. But no, I need sillies. I mean, I would say out of all of those, Sweeney Todd's still a heavy show, but it has a whole song that's just telling puns about eating people. It is a horror comedy. So yeah. I guess while I'm doing updates, I guess I can open Magma up now even while I'm doing updates. Usually, in the past, whenever I've done Magma streams, I always do a new canvas per stream, but that does often end up with pretty empty canvases sometimes, so I figure what we can do, especially because I don't know if I'm going to do them, how often I'm going to do these. We'll do one per month, so, and we'll see how that goes, because you can have multiple pages in the same canvas, in the same document. So, let me go ping in Discord. Get the... How? I have done something to my back, by the way. Just as my toe is, like, getting better and I can kind of walk almost normally again. I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, oh, my back, part of my upper back on my left side hurts, that's weird. And then I got out of bed and all my left upper back and shoulder and upper arm and neck is just fucked. And I don't know what I did. Don't know what I did. Was I copy pasting too frantically? I did paste a lot of stuff last night. I made new pages on my website. I was copy pasting a bunch of stuff. But like, is that, oh no! My head pats are at cinnamon roll height. But yeah, I don't know. So like leaning forward to reach over my tablet to get to my keyboard is, ow. Okay. Magma canvas link is in Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, but you are here on Twitch, you can just ask for the code and I will DM it you via Twitch. The only exceptions may be if it's literally your first ever message being like, can I have the code? Because it's like, I don't know if you're just someone who usually lurks, or if you're a bot or a transphobic troll that wants to get in just to draw shit, because that is a thing that happens. What fun. If you haven't been in Magma before, at least the ones I host, Magma is a free drawing program website. You will need to make an account, but you don't have to pay any money. Where the whole like gimmick of it is that you can draw with other people in the same canvas. And my rules, if you do want to join, no, not safe for work, nothing sexual, that's not allowed on Twitch. You can draw kissing, but you can't draw no nudity, no not safe for work, no gore, no body horror, no blood, like nothing that anyone else who's just drawing with us might find triggering, you know. No vent art in that same vein, you know, nothing that might be, we're just having silly times, nothing that might be upsetting for people to see. And, no Stinky Wizard fandom, no Has Been a Hotel, no Hell of a Boss. Other than that, you don't have to be an artist or an art student to come in and draw with. You can draw fan art, you can draw your OCs, you can draw stickmen. Nobody cares. No one minds. And you don't have to join in and draw. You can just watch stream. You don't have to join in and draw with if you do not want to. But yeah, keep this in mind. If you do want to join, you can either fill in the gaps on page 1, as you can see there are gaps. Around here, you could go up here. Or you can head over to page 2. How do you head over to page 2? You're gonna go to the very bottom corner. Wait, spoilers. No, that's the overlay. There. Right here. At the very bottom of this, like, tab of icons, there's one that looks like a reel of film. You're gonna click on that. And it's gonna let you switch over to page 2. But do feel free to draw in the gaps that are on page 1 if you would like to. Oh, and yeah, and don't do like one massive drawing. By massive, like, if you want to come in and you want to draw something like, why not draw? And I don't know, you do a drawing that's like this big. I don't have, it's okay, that's fine. If you come in and you do a drawing that's this big, no, that's not very fair to everyone else who's trying to draw with you, so you know. Like, this size is fine, I don't mind, but don't do this. Great, and you guys can make multiple layers if you want like a color layer and a line art layer, like you have the ability to do so. And Magma does work on PC and tablet. It technically works on mobile, but you'll have a hard time because the canvas is really, you like, the amount of canvas that you can see is really, really small. So if you guys do want to go draw in Magma, feel free. I figure I could leave it up in the background. Julio's been doing that lately. If you guys have missed it, I used to do Magma every Saturday. I don't know if I'm gonna do it weekly, but lately I've only been doing it during donathons or subathons, so if it has been missed, it here now, if you would like. But I don't know if it's been missed. I mean, obviously people were coming in and drawing with me the other day, which thank you. But yeah, before we go into what I'm gonna be drawing, we gotta talk about stuff. So, most of you already know, but we're gonna go over it in case anyone doesn't. I made a post day before yesterday on Tumblr and Patreon. If you're 18 plus and you want to keep up with what I'm doing and what I'm talking about, and you don't do Patreon, I mean, if it's an update post, I'll post it for free. Like, if you just follow me for free on Patreon, you'll still see it. But Tumblr's also... Either follow for free on Patreon or Tumblr is the best part. I don't always put all the updates on YouTube, just because, obviously, YouTube isn't 18+. And sometimes I don't want to discuss these things with children. So, do I need to read the whole post out when it's been resolved? It's been resolved now, but for anyone that didn't see it, and firstly, thank you, because a lot of people commented very nice things. And what was the comment that made me cry? I'm gonna Primrose Path, whoever you are, wherever you are, this broke me. And a few people said that if I took a month off posting, you wouldn't cancel your Patreon membership, which is very sweet, but I have to live in a reality where that's a thing that a minority of you would do, and that's very sweet that some of you would, but not all, the majority of people that support me on Patreon don't comment on any of my posts, don't interact in any way other than just obviously listening and downloading the audios, I suppose. Most don't even comment any requests or anything. Most are just silently there, and that's fine. But I don't think some of those people would... I can't work on the assumption that all those people would say, But then... And then they said this, and then I cried. You're human, you deserve care, you're not a machine we put coins into until art falls out. I'm not a machine people put coins into until art falls out. Anyway, so, made a post, because, wrote a different version of this post first that I didn't post, and I'm glad I didn't. I was suspecting when I was making the post that, I'd been feeling bad for a while. My depression's been worse lately, and my, obviously, seasonal depression's coming in. But I literally said to you guys on the last stream that I think part of the reason why I felt like shit was that I think my period was about to start. And sometimes, but not always, but often, the few days before my periods and the first couple days of my period, I can have major depressive episodes. Caused by the period, right? And I said it out loud. You heard me. And then I woke up on, what day was this, Friday? And I just felt terrible. I was trying to record someone's not safe for work commission. I was like, I have to do this because it's due by the 8th. And I just sat down in front of the microphone. I just kept bursting into tears every time I tried. Not because of the nature of the commission or anything. Just I couldn't get anything out of me, and I was having a real bad morning. I wrote up a whole way more venty, way more rambly version of this post on Tumblr that I drafted. Thank God I drafted it. Because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go pee, and I'll just draft this for now. And then I went to the bathroom, and yeah, there was blood. Oh. So the thing that I even said out loud, that I was like, if don't make any rash decisions when we're going through this thing, because it's just my silly period and I'll probably feel better tomorrow. Forgot about that, yeah. but I thought about it and I'm like, I feel extra like crap, but I've been feeling like crap for a while. But Friday was really bad, and it was purely my pick, because when I woke up on Saturday, I was like, my god, I was so dramatic yesterday. It was just, God, fucking hate my periods. God, and I felt so called out, because as I was in the bathroom being like, oh, my period started, I was scrolling Tumblr, and I fucking scrolled past a post that was a screenshot of a tweet where someone had written, sometimes my period starts and I go, oh, that's why I was planning my suicide yesterday. Like, fucking hell. That's what it feel like sometimes, though. And someone had quote retweeted it and said, my period rage baits me and I fall for it every time. I do fall for it! And then the bleeding starts, I'm like, oh, it was just you. Oh, I wasn't feeling crap because something had happened or my brain had finally broken. It was you. But I had to try and think, is that, you know, obviously the extremeness of what I'm feeling is because of my period, but obviously I've been struggling for a while and it's been hard to record for a while, and going from being 4 weeks ahead to being only 1 week ahead in audios because I kept repeatedly getting sick all year is not good. And then I couldn't record because of the renovations, and there's going to be more renovations happening in November. Yeah, can you believe that the guy came around and did the walls in August, and part 2 of the plans isn't happening till November, which is the guy who's gonna come around and fix some of the woodwork and do the doors because he got sick, and also the doors my parents wanted were in stock, so they kept having to tell the carpet guy that, like, sorry, not yet. Well, they were ghosting him for a while, frankly. So, you know, during the time that someone's around cutting up wood and at some point taking my door off and replacing it, not gonna be able to record during that point. What fun. God, I still wish it was happening while I was awaiting Julia. I'm really embarrassed about it. There's this permanent mark on the back of my door. I don't think I ever told my parents about it. I did it when I was like 12, and it's covered up with posters, but obviously those will have to come off. Obviously the door might, I would hope, I don't know if it'll get thrown away. I don't know if they'll I don't reuse it. I'm so embarrassed about what's written on the back of that door. It's just, I was 12. It's just some cringe shit, okay? I'm gonna be so embarrassed. Maybe I can run outside for the whatever day that's gonna happen. I'm gonna have no door anymore. Oath Breather, thank you for the first time chat. Welcome in. I'm going to be doing art. I'm going over updates and stuff first, but welcome in. I don't know if you came over from Patreon or Discord or YouTube or somewhere else. Or if Twitch just recommended me to you. Hello. Thank you for the headbands. Kitty! Hello! I hope you're doing well. A little emo. We do have a magma canvas open for anyone who wants to hop in. You know, no, not safe for work, no gold, or anything like that. If you're in my Discord, the link is in the magma drawing channel. Oh no, we're both having Shark Week. Or if if you're on Twitch, you can ask me for the code. I'm not pinning it in chat or anything, because it's... Some people be stinky, so you gotta ask for permission. And if you've never chatted before, if you're a first-time chatter, I'm not gonna give you the code straight away, because I've just gotta learn that you are a real person and not a bot or a troll. So... I picked up my Tiny Optimus Prime because I don't want to talk about it. We gotta go over stuff, right? So made a little post talking about them having a hard time. I've been having a hard time recording stuff, and I keep obviously like, not only do I need to get back to being 4 weeks ahead, but by December I need to be 8 weeks ahead. Because I will be going to see Julia. So... and I don't want to take time off posting while we're doing that. I didn't take time off posting last year when she came over here, so... But I keep not catching up. I ended up being 1 week in front because I kept getting sick. And every week I'm like, right, just catch back up, and we'll get 2 weeks ahead, and then 3 weeks ahead, and then we'll be back to 4 weeks, and I just haven't. I've been only managing to keep 1 week ahead and not getting more in front, and that's not good. So 2 things. 1, I am going to bring back compilations, which I did for a little bit last year. To help. Only 1 a month. I'm not going to do more than 1 a month. And it's not going to be forever. It'll just be maybe till February. It'll replace one of the Safe Work audio slots. We'll just have like a compilation instead. So the one that'll be going up this month, which is like 5 hours, it's all of Lysander's audios, my Enemies to Lovers Villain X Hero series. With timestamps and whatnot. Yes, purely made with Elixir in mind. No, it's because I realised last year when I did the compilations, I did Lucian, because my most popular audio I've ever done is Lucian's, Ambrose and Arden's, and Astarion. And I was surprised to see that I hadn't done Lysander's, so that made the most sense to do. And then probably Hawthorne, maybe Loki. Like, I'm purely picking based on, like, who gets the most views. If I did a Victor one, I'll be honest, I wouldn't want it to be all of them. I don't want to compile my original audios into a compilation unless I entirely re-record them. My voice has changed very much. And my abilities, the compilations won't include any of the Not Safe for Work audios, obviously, but also it won't include any of the Not Safe for Work Safe for Work preview bits either. So those will be going up. I should just read the post out. I don't want to make a big deal of it because I've solved it now. So I'm clearly gonna ramble about it more if I don't just read it. But, okay, bear in mind this is solved now. This was Friday, and we got Saturday's post as well. So Friday... I'm just gonna read it out. That makes the most sense. I'm just gonna read it out. Most people have already read it anyway. But, for anyone that isn't following on Tumblr and Patreon. Post 1 that I made on Friday. I'm doing better than I was on Friday. My period was being very... making me think that everything was going to shit and the world was ending, which is fun when it does that. Okay. The first version of this post was very rambling and venty, so let's try this again. If it sounds too matter-of-fact, please don't take it as being rude. The fact that I apologized at the beginning, because the first version was very, like, I'm crying as I'm writing this, and then this version, I was like, if I just very kind of matter-of-factly and professionally say, like, I'm struggling mentally, will people think I'm not? I'm so, like, paranoid of people thinking, like, that I'm faking stuff. Like, even being on stream today, I'm like, because I'm talking okay on stream right now, are people gonna think that I wasn't upset on Friday? Are people gonna think that, like, I was lying or I was being overdramatic? Because, no, Friday was terrible. It was so bad. The last 2 Fridays have been bad. I don't know what's happening on Fridays to me. And this thing is called masking. But, the fact that I apologized straight off the bat, because I was like, what if people read this and don't believe me? So it's like living in this house. Oh my god, just read the thing. Having a lot of trouble recording audios, for anyone new that did get recommended me on Twitch. Most people are here from my ASMR audio roleplay channel over on YouTube. I used to be ahead by 4 weeks, and I'm only ahead by 1 week. After not getting sick for years, I've had 3 to 4 bad colds and flus over the last year, and have taken weeks off, my being able to record, and I've never caught back up. My parents also started having the house redecorated and renovated, which is very loud and taking time away I could be recording. And since opening commissions, or reopening commissions back in April, it means I'm now recording 3 audios a week, in addition to anywhere between 1 to 3 on average commissions a week. So some time that went towards public audios is now going towards commissions. And, as stated, not doing well mentally. I already wasn't doing well and struggling with my depression and seasonal depression, worsening it. But stress from my pet, yeah. The building my PC with my dad did not go well. Well, I have a PC, so that's the good thing. But, see, I'm like, reading these things out when I've just been laughing feels like people are gonna think I'm lying. Fuck. This is from days ago, and I can still be depressed and then be happy on stream. It just means I'm, like, depressed when I'm not streaming. And I'm not suddenly not magically depressed just because I'm streaming. I'm just distracting myself, is the reason for it. Stress from my parents caused me to have a major autistic meltdown breakdown. Not this Friday gone. That was a different breakdown. Friday before. You have to look, if I don't laugh about it, I'll cry. And I've been struggling to recover and record and hoping that it hasn't caused skill regression autistic burnout. I don't think it has, given that I felt better on Saturday, so hopefully. I not only need to be 4 weeks ahead, but actually 8 weeks ahead since last October. Like I was last October, is this December I'm going to see my partner again and won't be able to record during that time. So, step 1, bringing back compilations. They'll be once a month and replacing one of the Safe for Work audio dates. I wouldn't feel like I could post more than 1 a month without feeling guilty. Something happened last year when I was trying to record 8 weeks of audios in a short amount of time. One of my past commissioners messaged me and said if I wanted their commission to go public, that would be fine. But I turned them down because I felt too guilty about it. But I've received that offer again this year. Yes, this was caused by, I mentioned in the vent channel in my Discord that I had made a version of this post that was very rambly and venty, and haha, then I found out I was on my period and that's why I felt so bad, teehee, how silly. And a couple people saw it and reached out in my DMs and were like, hey, you know, you can post my commission publicly if you want. So that's why this post got made. I'm not gonna name those 2 people, that's up to them. They know who they is, and I don't think this post would have gotten made if not for both of them reaching out. So thank you. And then I wouldn't, because of, you know, those 2 reaching out, I made this post, and then I got a solution to my problems from making this post in the comments and in the votes on the poll. And now that's, I'm doing better because that was a massive weight off my chest. So thank you, those 2 people who know who they is. I don't think either of them are here. I guess it's kind of silly for me feeling guilty about making commissions public or giving the option, because every other audio roleplay creator that I follow that has commissions open makes their commissions public, or has the option to keep it private or public, and I've never done that. I've always had them private only because I thought people would prefer it that way, that they'd feel more comfortable commissioning if they knew whatever personal things they shared with me to make the audio for them was kept private. But not all commissions have personal information. Plenty of people commission and don't want their name said aloud, for example. So, if you've commissioned an audio from me before, and that commission doesn't record your name or nickname or like super personal information, would you be comfortable with that audio being reused as a public audio that I would post on YouTube, Soundgasm, and Patreon? If yes, please contact me via my DMs on Ko-fi, Discord, Tumblr, or Patreon. I'm not reaching out, I'm not messaging my commissioners directly, because I don't want people to feel pressured. I know by not doing that, I might be missing out people who would be happy to have their commission public, but just don't follow me on Patreon or Discord, Patreon or Tumblr, but I'm not doing that. I really don't want people to feel pressured. Please don't feel pressured. Please don't feel guilty. Like, someone reached out and was like, hey, you can make this one public, but not these other two, because they're really personal and special to me, which is very flattering, frankly. If any, you know, if you guys liked the commissions I made you so much that they are special to you. So I had a poll. On Tumblr it's here. Patreon makes you put polls at the bottom. For basically, should I give an option for commissions to be public or not? We'll talk about that in a second. As for not safe for work commissions, to go public, I might have to record new outros for them, as not all of them have like a safe for work section at the beginning. But I felt bad because people pay to access 18 plus audios on Patreon. Like, I know that's why most people are on my Patreon, it's for the not safe for work stuff. And I don't know how myself and commissioners would feel about someone paying for a commission and then me charging other people to have access to it. Yeah, it turns out no one else gave a shit, and it was only me. Pretty much everyone commented being like, I wouldn't care if I commissioned you and then someone else, and then you know, you got ad revenue off it, or you put it as a Patreon exclusive, like, I'm paying you for it to be custom, I don't really care whether it's private or not, or people saying like, no, that's actually really exciting, I'm excited, you know, I want other people to hear my commission, because I really like the idea I came up with, or I'm excited to listen to other people's commissions, because I'm really excited to see what other people in the community came up with, which I guess makes a lot of sense, especially for those of you who are Access, who regularly talk in the Not Safe for Work channels on my Discord and bounce ideas off each other about what you want my OCs to do to you. So, the poll was, have the option for commissions to be private or public, with no extra fee if it's private. Have the option for commissions to be private or public, but with an extra fee if they're private. Have all commissions be public, no private option. Have all commissions be private, no public option. And then there was just a, like, no opinion, I just want to see the results of the poll. Over 200 people voted on this one. I don't know how many people voted on Tumblr. I think at least 100. Thank you, guys. Now I know by far the most popular vote was options for commissions to be private or public with no fee for private. But I think most of you voted that because you didn't understand what I was thinking, which, in fairness, I said, like, I could charge an extra fee for them to be private, and so most people understood that to mean a £30 safe for work commission you'll now have to pay £40 for it to be private, and that's not what I meant. I didn't mean I would charge like £10 extra if you wanted to keep it private. In my mind, I was like, I'll charge £10 less if you're allowing it to go public, since you're allowing me to make a extra money off it in ad revenue and Patreon. And I added an edit, but I think most people had already voted by that point, or, because I don't know. I added this edit like a couple hours into the post, but still a lot of people afterwards still voted for there to be no fee, the no fee option. which I was surprised by, because you're voting against getting cheaper commissions. Like, or people didn't read the paragraph at the bottom, but I added that, and then 100 people still voted against having a discount, and that confused me. So I hope my final decision isn't not liked. I don't know if people just didn't read that paragraph. Because, and it's like, well, maybe they don't want a discount for things to go public because they just don't want it public. I'm like, okay, but if they don't want it public, then you're just gonna pay the price that it was gonna be anyway, because that's the decision I've come to. Thank you everyone for voting in the poll. Multiple of you said you still support me and wouldn't cancel Patreon memberships if I had to stop posting for a month, and while that's very touching, it's not something I can afford to do. As mentioned in the post, websites like YouTube just aren't very kind to you if you take time away from posting or posting less frequently. It can really kill your channel and cut your views, and YouTube will start recommending you less. There's already been so many issues with YouTube's algorithm over the last year. I saw Jacksepticeye make a video on it last week, and it made me feel so much better to know that it's not just tiny channels like me. It's like, oh no, okay. It is that at mid-2024, everyone's views got cut in half. Okay. And with YouTube screwing over ASMR channels, I really don't want to make my channel growth worse than it already is. So from the votes in the poll and feedback in the comments, commissions are going to change slightly. I know the winning vote was to give commissioners the option to have their audios be public or private with no fee for keeping it private. However, I'm going with the second highest vote for having a fee. But wait, I think everyone assumed the option meant commission prices would go up, and that's not what's happening. Before, safe for work commissions were £30 and not safe for work were £60. And I think everyone assumed that me adding like a £10 fee for keeping the commission private would mean that those prices would jump to £40 and £70. That's not what's happened. I'm not going to charge you more if you want to keep them private. I'm going to charge you less for helping me out and allowing your commission to be public. So the old prices for a 5 to 10 minute safe work audio was £30 and it was private. For 15 to 20 minute not safe work audio, it was $60 and it was private. That's still the same, right? Like, if you're someone who is like, well, I don't think you should offer the public option, I don't want to have to pay extra to keep my commission private, I just want it to be private, then you're just paying the same amount as you were before. The pricing now is it's still $30 and $60 for safe for work or not safe for work if you want to keep it private. Exact same price as it was last week. It's the price it's always been. But if you're okay with your commission being posted publicly at a later date than when you get sent it, then if you're allowing your commission to be public, a safe for work one will be £20 and a not safe for work one will be $50. You'll get a £10 discount essentially if you allow your commission to be public. And that way, if you want it private and you're really uncomfortable about the idea of it ever being public, you're still paying the same price you always were. It's still the same price that it was when you looked, last week. It's still the same price that you might have been saving up for. But if you're someone who doesn't mind it being public, you have a little discount. And if you're someone who couldn't afford the previous prices, maybe you might have a chance to more easily be able to afford them now that there is a cheaper option. And it is literally what every other creator does. Like, they either, a lot of them charge more than I do for commissions, or like, mine are, even the private ones are $30 and $60, safe for work, not safe for work. Plenty of creators I follow, one creator I follow charges in the hundreds. And their commissions sell out every time they open them. I've always wanted one and never done it because I'm like, that's a lot of money. I'm not saying it's not worth it. I wouldn't know. I haven't commissioned them. But, but also those creators, whether they charge the same as me or more than me, I don't know if I've ever if I've seen people charging less, but they always have an add-on for keeping it private. And I've just never offered that because I felt weird about it, but I suppose there's a reason why people do it. And those people that charge private fees aren't posting 3 videos a week. I do have quite the upload schedule. Yeah, multiple people commented saying other audio creators they follow who post public commissions, their communities enjoy it, the commissioners look forward to their commission going public and other people seeing it, and seeing if other people liked their idea. And I've had people reach out who are excited for the public commissions because they like seeing what other ideas people come up with. So I want to give another massive thank you to my past commissioners. A bunch of them reached out, and so far I currently have 12 commissioned audios that I'd already made in the past that have now been given permission to go public by the people who commissioned them. That's like a whole month's worth of audios. And they won't all be posted this month. There will still be some newly recorded stuff this month because I had a few pre-recorded. And, you know, a chunk of them were not safe for work, and I don't post more than 2 not safe for work audios a month. So getting that response and getting to fill in my little calendar that was so empty before, or just full of like stuff I hadn't recorded, so it was just like X's, and then I have like a plus sign and then the name of the audio if it's not recorded, or a tick and the name of the audio if it is recorded, so it was just full of plus signs. And I got to just wipe that and put all ticks down. Boy, I didn't realize that that was gonna make me feel so much better. I didn't realize how much of what was stopping me recording. Because you would think, or I don't know, I would think, if you've only got a week's worth of videos left, audios left, and you know you need to record more, you would think the panic and, or I would think the panic and the fear of like, you're gonna run out soon, would be good motivation to record more. But it wasn't. It was just making me freeze up in fear and stress, and actually having a few more weeks worth of audios now that I can schedule, immediately I was like, I could probably record now. Ow, ow. It hurts my back to laugh. Which I didn't expect to just immediately feel better. Sorry, I don't... Sorry, I'm not good at taking compliments, and I'm not... I don't know how I feel about other people saying anything about me is cute other than my girlfriend. I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with that, but I appreciate the sentiment. Yeah. Hi, Achilles.
I was just wondering when you'd invite me back for a bite.
Thank you. Yes. Well, let's do that. That's a lot of text I was reading. Let's I'm not done. There's still more. Yes, putting them in my calendar. Yeah, I feel a lot better now that that's not a fear anymore. I didn't, no, it's fair. I just didn't know how you meant it, and I was like, Please don't have meant it in a flirty way, because then I will be very uncomfortable. To me, I thought, you know... Sorry, bye night, I'll answer that after. Let me finish it, sorry. Because I'm confusing my own brain now. Blah blah blah. TLDR, I feel better. As soon as I, the motivation to record came back pretty much immediately after. A few people reached out, and then one person in particular who's commissioned me more times than anyone else, and they know who they are. When I got the message from them, and they were like, you can use all of them, and I was like, all of them? Mate, you've commissioned like 8 audios for me. What do you mean all of them? Like, just the safe for work? They're like, no, all of them, they're not safe for work ones too. I'm like, you sure? So, hi, Drowsy. I'm coming. I'm going over the announcements and stuff. So yeah, none of this is to make anyone who leaves requests on Patreon feel like there's no point. Like, I am still taking requests. Requests will still absolutely be used for audios. It's just, there will also sometimes be commissions posted as well. However, the majority of people doing those commissioning are also Patreon members. So they're technically still Patreon requests. Commissioning is more like, if you leave a request on Patreon, it's kind of a random roulette reel if it'll get chosen. If you commission it, it's a guarantee it'll get chosen, unless I tell you I'm not comfortable with the idea and I don't do it. But that doesn't happen very often. Plenty of commissions started out as Patreon requests. I've had multiple people being like, I always request this thing and it hasn't been picked yet, so can I just commission it? Plenty of commissions line up with what other people have requested anyway. You know, a lot of you guys are into the same characters, so I don't think any of you will be disappointed by the ideas my commissioners have. Especially, I managed to record the Not Safe for Work audio yesterday that I was crying over on Friday, and it's done, and I got permission for it to be public. So, and I know people will like it. You can thank someone that's often very active at writing things in the Not Safe for Work Gen channel, for commissioning an audio of an OC that hasn't had a Not Safe for Work audio yet, but I was very happy to do because I was like, yeah, these are all kinks he'd be into. And it has a trans male listener, which I know not, you know, plenty of you guys are, and not all of you. You'll just have to deal with this one. But it's not going up this month because we haven't got to a point with him that he's in the story yet that you guys are gonna be boning. So, not to be a big old tease, but I've scheduled it for December. So that's because I didn't want to do what I don't want to do is make you guys feel like your Patreon requests are now redundant, and so I don't want to do both audios for October be commissions, both audios for November be commissions, and both audios for December be commissions, because then people aren't gonna want to request things anymore. So space them out. You'll just have to wait. I know the people asking questions. I'm gonna finish reading the thing first. Thank you. That was it. Okay, questions. But I was curious with commissions if they might have multiple versions for M for ACs, might still be M for A. I don't understand what you mean. I don't... The only time I've ever recorded multiple versions of the same well, no, I've never recorded multiple versions of the same commission. The closest thing is, like, if somebody wants sound effects in the background, like if someone wants, like, rain sounds or fireplace sounds, then they might get a copy of the version with the sound effects and without the sound effects. I don't understand what you mean, so M for AOCs might still be M for A. I'm sorry. I don't... Like, if you want to request a gender-neutral audio, you just request a gender-neutral audio? Like, I don't understand what you mean by so M for A, stay M for A. Why wouldn't they be staying M for A? I'm sorry, I really don't understand the question. Do audio commissions consistent with what commissions were only for animations? Okay, so I assume Twitch recommended me to you then. Thank you for the follow. So, for those not familiar, I should do my whole little intro then. I have a whole intro. Wow, I can say... Also, since maybe people are here now, I do want to say, because I said it earlier, but neither of the people were here. To the two people, yeah, after I made this post on Friday, to the two people who reached out in my Twitch DMs.
I'm realizing now.
Guys!
It's not officially that. It's good to know you.
You made a real weird slight echo happen by both doing that at the same time. That's how in sync you are. That was almost entirely perfectly in sync. But for the two people who, after I made this post, reached out in my DMs on Discord and offered for your commissions to be public, thank you. Yeah, I wouldn't have made this the second post with the new commission pricing updates if not for the two of you reaching out, because I certainly felt too embarrassed and too guilty to make it unprompted, to offer the public commissions unprompted. I was like, no one will want it, even though literally every other audio creator offers it. For some reason it's different if it's me. So, you know, up to those two people if they want to say who they are. I'm not gonna put you on the spot and say who you are, but, if the two of you hadn't reached out, I wouldn't have sorted myself out, and putting out the call for the commissions, and also deciding to do the public commission option, which will be a cheaper option, hopefully won't upset anyone, because it's like, well, you get a discount, if not, price is the same, just getting the offers in from everyone else after that, and oh, sorry, not after I posted this. After I vented in the vent channel in Discord, and then made this post after two people reached out to me on Discord. Now, the poll wouldn't have gone up if not for you two. I would still feel like shit, but putting the call out and then getting all of the people answering who very kindly are letting their commissions go public is such a big weight off my tiny little chest. Okay. Sorry. Well, I saw your question, I was like, right, I wanna copy paste that before Twitch pushes it off screen. Yeah. No, I think, some commissions with OCs like Valentine Lysander where all the audio stuff have been M for A, but maybe we're commissioned... Okay, so like, Valentine's audio so far have been M for A, but if you wanted to commission, which firstly, you are more than willing to commission audios of whatever gender the listener is. Well, thank you, Drowsy and Apple. As long as, like, very few of my OCs have canon, like, single sexualities, like, Johan's gay, so obviously, like, don't switch his sexuality up. But, for, the ones that are bi and pan, yes, Valentine's audio so far have been M4A. If you wanted M4M, absolutely you can commission that. The only reason, those OC's audios are M4A is so that they appeal to the most amount of people, and the most amount of people can listen to them. So firstly, if an OC has a gender-neutral listener, you can still commission specific genders, one. Secondly, if you did commission a specific gender, like if you wanted to commission an audio with Ambrose, and you wanted it to be M for M, firstly, that's fine. And secondly, if you wanted it to be M for M in public, no, I would not re-record it to change it to be gender neutral. It would just be an M for M audio. I'm fairly certain, like, Ambrose on Arden's list obviously is canonically whatever gender you want, is canonically, like, gender neutral, right? But I'm fairly certain Ambrose has had at least one M for M audio now, or M for F. Like, it's been done before publicly, I'm fairly certain, that for any of my OCs that are bi-pan and don't have a canonical gendered listener, the people have still requested gender-specific stuff with them, and I have already posted gender-specific stuff with them. To my memory, at least. Like, doesn't Ambrose have, like, the male period comfort or something? So, yes, okay. So, wanting, for example, with Valentine or Lysander, if you wanted to commission for a specific gendered listener, that would be fine. If you wanted to commission for a specific gendered listener, that would not jeopardize that audio's ability to be a public one. And I would not re-record it and make it neutral if it were to go public. That would be a lot of... I would not be able to, I mean, I'd have to re-record the whole audio. In which case, then what was the point in the commission being public when I've now had to make 2 audios, you know? When I've had to make... If the point of the public commission is to replace a regular audio, it hasn't really done its job of replacing it if I were to go ahead and record a second version of it, you know? Especially with not safe for work audios, it's not so easy to just, oh, well, I'll just snip out this word here and this word here when there's a lot of other noises happening. So... If you commissioned a specific gender listener, I would not change that or edit it out. That would be what... And firstly, you don't have to compromise on your idea for the audio. You don't have to go, oh, well, I wanted to pay the public price for it, so I guess you can make it gender neutral even though I really wanted it to have, like, a female listener. No, you could just have... You could have a female listener. And then it'll just be an M for F audio, and I'm sure there's other people that want an M for F audio, right? Or an M for F... whatever. You don't have to feel like you need to change your idea, to be less specific just so it's public. The only thing that wouldn't be allowed on a public audio that would be allowed on a private is saying your name. Like, that would be the only thing. Where I would be like, what, that I wouldn't do in a public audio. I hope that clears things up. So yeah, since new, I haven't, because this is new PC, I haven't, uploaded my, my Twitch thing, where I have stuff written out. I have to go find it. Normally we don't get new people just from Twitch, normally everyone comes over from YouTube. So I'm sorry if everything I've said has been incredibly confusing. I can't find the file. No, it's like for sure here. Somewhere. It's somewhere. It's somewhere. It has to be somewhere. I know what the file's called. I can't find it. It sure does say no file exists by that name. But how can that be so? Because I copied the entire folder that the file would have been in over to my external hard drive before I got rid of old computer and got new one. Oh, it's super. There's no file by that name. How can... But if I copied over the folder that it should be saved in... How can... Uh-oh. How could it be missing? I have a big notepad document that I keep anything for Twitch in, so like links to games and like websites and things, like Triggerfire and other people's like reactive Fujitech stuff, and also my intro. Oh no, I'm gonna have to plug in my old PC again. How can it not have gotten copied if I copied the whole folder that it was in? Well, that's not great. That's not great at all. It's not like the old PC's been thrown away. It's not impossible for me to get. I'm not doing it right now with how fucked up my back is. Okay, right. Memory test time. Memory test time. Okay, how many times have I said it in my lifetime? Hello, hello, my lovelies. Welcome, welcome in. Something. I thought maybe muscle memory might kick in if I said that, and it didn't. Fuck it, I don't know. If you're not familiar with me, you can call me Prince. I use he, him pronouns. What do I say? Hi, Mac. I've lost my whole notepad document that had all my Twitch stuff in, including my intro. So this is, I don't remember what it was. Boy, do I not remember what it was. You would think some of it would be in my brain. I guess, yeah, we'll just have to make it up high. But it was Prince. Variety streamer is me, that's true. I use he, him pronouns. I'm a trans man. Be respectful. I'm a... what the fuck? I just thought it would, like, come to my brain if I started saying it. God, I still want to go back to an old, but I don't know I don't know for sure what streams I've been previously rated in. So, welcome in. You can call me Prince, or he, him pronouns. You're welcome to become one of my children of the night. I'm a VTuber, ASMR audio creator, and variety streamer. I post 3 ASMR audio roleplays on YouTube every week, and 2 exclusive not safe for work audio roleplays over on my Patreon every month. These streams are 18+. Follow it that. No, I say more about the ASMR stuff. The post 3 every week over on YouTube of both original characters and scenarios and fandom characters from things like Baldur's Gate, Arcane, Call of Duty, Cookie Run, and more. Hi. I'm so embarrassed. God, it's because someone's here. Someone's popped in who doesn't know what the audio's are, and I'm like, I can explain. No, I can't explain. There's I am on YouTube. How audio commissions work is, I mean, I forgot exactly what you said. I'm sorry. I think you said something like, how do audio commissions work? I thought you could only commission art or writing. You can commission anything if someone's selling it. You know, if it's a thing that someone can make, then you can commission them for it, you know? It doesn't have to just be art or writing. So I make audio roleplays, audio dramas. I guess I don't know how to explain ASMR if you're entirely not familiar with the concept of ASMR. Like, or if you're not at all familiar with the concept of fan fiction. Because what I would say for people that are unfamiliar with the concept in audio form is like, well, if you're familiar with reader insert fanfiction, it is that, but as an audio roleplay where I am either voice acting one of my own original characters or a character from a film, game, TV show, etc. That is talking to you, the person listening to the audio. Whether that be you meeting for the first time, gender affirmations, dysphoria comfort, period comfort, nightmare comfort, romantic shit, sex stuff on Patreon. I don't know about, I think the most accurate way of describing them is like, well, it's like a reader insert fanfiction that's written in the second person, but in audio form. Is, I think, the best way to describe them. You know, I'm not, and it's not a podfic, I'm not just narrating something. There is no narration, it's purely just dialogue. This character is talking to you, the listener. There's no narrator character. But if you don't know what reader insert fanfics are, then I don't know. Then I don't know what, how else to help explain. Not Ultimate Memory Game Runner. That's not how it goes. I really thought if I started saying it, some of it would come back to me. I don't understand how it cannot. If the folder that it's in was copied over, how can one of the files that was inside that folder not be there? I don't know. God, it better not have been an hour. It's been an hour, hasn't it? Yeah, it's been an hour and a half. I haven't done any. You guys don't even. I didn't even show you what I'm working on drawing because it took so long just to catch up on stuff. So, new commission prices. If you're now confused on how it works, let's say you want a safe for work commission. So you're gonna come over to the commissions page. You're gonna read all this text. You're gonna see that one of it says that you need to go here. Sorry, it's not a clickable link, and that you also can't copy paste it. You can, if you click request, then it's like, are you sure? And now you can copy paste it. So, you're gonna go over here, you're gonna click request, you're gonna read all the stuff, you're gonna see that it says, you need to read my full TOS before messaging me. So you have to copy, and you might be like, why isn't this just written in Ko-fi? Because there's a character limit. So you're gonna come over here, you're gonna read all this, you might be like, that's a lot, and it's like, yeah, and it's gonna keep both of us safe. It's TOS in terms of what you're allowed to ask for, but it has the, my refund policy in there, explanations on how to message me, because not everyone can always find the DM button on Ko-fi. I've had that problem multiple times, because Ko-fi will say that you can't directly message anyone. That's not true. Or you can't directly message anyone you haven't donated to. That's not true. When you go to any commission, you might see there's a tiny little speech bubble button. You're gonna click on that and you can message me. Ko-fi will give you a character limit for your first message. But after I reply to you, you will no longer have the character limit anymore. Exactly what he's saying, because I couldn't find it. See? If you read my TOS... It's in the first paragraph, because so many people can't find it. Which you have to read my TOS to commission me, because otherwise you might ask for something that I'm not comfy with, or you might, you know, just so I know that you've read it. But because so many people either can't find the button, or Ko-fi sometimes has a pop-up that says, donate to start messaging. That's a lie. Don't listen to them. That is usually how it works. But if you have commissions open, you can let people message you. And sometimes I've had multiple people donate me money and be like, this is my donation to request a commission. I'm like, no. I don't charge you to message me. That's really shitty. No, I don't charge you to ask for commission and then charge for the commission. So, you don't need to donate any money. Simply click on the speech bubble icon that's at the bottom right-hand corner of each commission option. Bottom right-hand corner, speech bubble. You can send me a message. There'll be a character limit, but after I reply, you can then ramble as much as you like, and there won't be a character limit anymore. Read all this. Decide if, you decide what you want. Understand that, like, because I've had it happen. I had it happen before that people have ordered commissions without actually messaging me first. Please don't do that. Don't do that, because, if I then don't like your idea and have to turn down your commission, what am I gonna do now? You've already paid me. So, policy on that, because if you pay for a £60 commission without asking me first, without talking to me about it, and then you want, like, you ask for something that's on this, like, do not ask for, like, you ask for, like, I don't know, like, CNC or something, which, like, no kink shaming, I'm not comfortable recording that scenario, and you didn't read the thing, you didn't read any of it, and you just ordered something, you've put me in a position where it's like, okay, we'll just give them a refund. Right, apart from PayPal takes a cut of all of the fees, so if you've paid me £60, I actually only get about 53 of that. So if I refund you £60, I lose money. So policy is, if you do that, if you commission me, if you buy the commission without ever talking to me in your life, I'm not refunding you the PayPal fee, I'm refunding you minus the PayPal fee, you fucked yourself. Unless, of course, if it turns out you placed the commission first by accident, but your idea is something I'm comfortable with, then I'll still do it, probably. But if it turns out your idea is something I'm very not comfortable with, because you didn't do me the courtesy of reading that, like, I don't know, feederism is on my I'm not comfortable recording this thing, you're not getting the PayPal fee back. And I've added the paragraph about the public thing. So you read all this, you double check that nothing you want is on this list. It's split between, like, scenarios and kinks, and then fandoms and characters. So, you know, whether that's like, I won't voice any characters that are under 18, I'm not gonna do like a self-harm comfort, that's too triggering for me. You know, I don't want to do anything where the characters are drunk, or whether it's like kinks, right? And then some fandoms and characters, like the obvious, well, you know, that I won't voice Silco anymore. People have asked before I've had people ask for Cazador. No. I've had people ask for Ascended Astarion. No. Read, and then you go, okay, and then decide, you know, obviously if you want the safe for work or not safe for work, decide. Now you also get to decide if you want to... Oh, Ascended? Okay. Well, look, okay, firstly. After you've decided what you want, you could go decide if you want it to be public or private. And if you want it private, there's this little checkbox now at the bottom. Let me zoom in. So like, instead of this being 30, it's now 20. And public by default. And if you would like your commission to be kept private and or you would like your name in it, you check this little box. So the £30 price that it used to be, commission, you know, like a safe for work commission was always 30. And it was always private. So the private option is still the price that the commissions always were, but if you are okay with it being reused as a public audio, essentially you get £10 off. To answer your question, Mac, firstly, I mean, Green is correct that it is spoilers, but it's only spoilers for a very specific ending. I would say it's like bad end Astarion. It's a very specific version of Astarion that only happens if you do what I think is the bad ending, because don't do it. I'm not gonna say what actions you take to get it. I don't want to spoil that, but if you want to avoid it, I presume we is familiar with Cazador, correct? He is Astarion's abuser. He has been physically, mentally, sexually abusing Astarion for hundreds of years. Ascended Astarion is a bad end where Astarion, spoilers, but I'm gonna be as vague as I can, becomes a full-fledged, like a full vampire rather than just a spawn. And the problem with vampires in Baldur's Gate and D&D lore is basically that they are incapable of love and emotion and caring about people. So the Ascended version of Astarion is like a bad end where he gets like power equal to Cazador's, and claims that he still loves you, but is incapable of it, and with that now kind of evil Ascended version of Astarion, if you refuse to be with him, he will mind control you and force you. The same way that Cazador did with Astarion. If you ascend Astarion, he will become Cazador 2.0 and continue the cycle of abuse. Some people say, well then is Astarion always evil? Because it has the possibility to... Do you shut the fuck up? Astarion is very deeply traumatized, and it is understandable for him to be like, well, maybe I'll just descend, because then I can't have power taken from me anymore. No one can have power over me anymore. No one can hurt me anymore. But you want good end with him, convince him that he's a better person than that, and he deserves better than to just become another Cazador. Sadly, a lot of people on TikTok who just like making thirst traps of Astarion and don't know anything about the game or his story really do love Ascended Astarion and think he's really hot. Like, if you listen to Ascended Astarion's lines and you think that his voice is hot or he looks hot, that's fine. You do you. You can have your dark romance fantasy. But people people who don't know his story and just see the thirst drops and are like, oh, Cinder Starian's like hotter anyway. Fuck you. Is hotter or better than regular Astarion? Fuck you. You can go in a hole with the people who mod the game to erase Astarion's laugh lines and wrinkles. And people who mod the game to erase all of Karlach's scars. You could go in a hole with those people. So yeah, I'm not comfortable voicing Ascended Astarion because if you say no to Thin, then he is canonically an abuser. I don't want to voice any canonical abusers, thank you very much. And I'm not... Yeah, it's sad. Don't look at how many people downloaded the mod that erases all of Astarion's wrinkles and laugh lines. You'll be very upset. I didn't know about the Karlach one where they erase her scars until like a couple weeks ago. I saw it and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? How dare you? I knew about the Astarion smoothing out mod for years. People have had that. I didn't know about the Karlach one. That's my woman right there. Why would they do that? Why would they take them out? Because they think that the characters look hotter without things that make them look like normal people. Just normal average people. They think like they're more attractive without them. Because some... yeah. That's why. Anyway, magma. Anyway, so yes, sorry, Rocio. So you read all the stuff. And if you don't have like a super detailed idea, that's fine. We can talk it out. But if you, whatever level of ID you have, whether it's just like, I'd like a comforting audio from Ambrose, we can talk about it, or whether you're like, I want to commission Ambrose and I want him to say like this, I have like almost a script, I have like paragraphs of entire text I want you to say word for word. That's fine. Or anywhere in between is fine. So you go here, read everything, click the message button, send me a message, we'll chat, and then once they say, yep, that's all fine, you can go ahead and order, then you can click request, and then, private or not, remember that the default is not, don't forget to check this if you want it checked. You don't have to put anything in here, because I have all our DMs, you don't have to, you can just put, you can leave this blank, you know, right? Or you can just put ... because like I've got our DMs. You don't have to copy paste all of the DMs over. And then you click go to checkout and then you pay, and then I have 4 weeks to do it. Is my current 1 to 4 weeks is my current turnaround. Sorry that took so long. Anyway, magma. What? Yes, so magma open in background if you want to join. If you're a member of my Discord server, the link is in the magma channel. If you're not, you can ask. If you're just here on Twitch and you're not a member of Discord, you can ask for the link, but I won't send them out to people who like are asking as a first-time chat, because I just need to make sure that you're not a bot, not someone that's gonna... There's problems, you know, you have to be careful with stuff like magma, because it's giving you guys control of my screen, essentially, right? And what was happened before, and especially to trans streamers, is people coming in, and then purposely pasting in or drawing porn, gore, Nazi imagery, and then reporting, being like, I'm gonna draw a vagina, and then clicks the report button on the person's stream for showing because they showed a vagina, and it's like, oh, I didn't know that someone was gonna draw that, and then you get banned because you did indeed have a vagina on screen. So that's only why if someone in a first-time chat was like, can I have the link, and it says like, first-time chat, can I have the link? No, I just need to make sure you're a real person. Yeah, there's 2 Wallies. There's this one, and then there's this one. And we were all like, oh god, wait, this Wally's hungry? Because the Miku I drew has an apple that might get stolen, and then we have a little guy. This is the rotate button. Oh no! What if Wally sees him? Uh-oh. Obviously you might say, well, if I draw with you though, there's not a lot left. Goodbye, Applin. It's okay, Wally's not looking in that direction, so he can't possibly eat it. If you want to draw, but you're like, there's not a lot of room left, in the very bottom left corner down here, there's a little icon that looks like a reel of film. If you click on it, it will pop up the list of pages, and you can go ahead and click on page 2, and you can go over and draw on page 2. I might join you in a bit, but this was going to be on in the background while I draw my own thing, and I think I am going to run to the bathroom, and be right back. But not before I show you guys why the fuck we're doing an art stream. So, as most of you know, on the 1st of every month I make 2 posts on Patreon, one collecting not safe for work requests, and one collecting safe for work requests. And Copious Fang left a request, as they usually do, but they left one request in particular that was asking for 2 of my OCs dressed as each other for Halloween, and I was like, that's a cute idea. I have no idea how that would work as an audio. Like, that's not really a scenario, that's an outfit choice. I don't know how to drag that out into an audio. But that is a really cute idea. Actually, that's a really, really cute idea. And usually I don't do art on stream, but I already did the sketch last night and then passed out because it was bedtime. It was late. But then I was like, I can do the line art on stream. I could try. Usually I get too scared because I get really nervous when people watch me draw, but I drew Miku from scratch on stream on Thursday. So I thought, why not? So when I get back from peeing, whoever the fuck these guys are gonna get some line art done. And they're not specifically dressed as each other. I have species swapped them, if you will. I didn't want to put each other in each other's clothes. It's more like species swap. What would they wear if they were the other? You can still, it's up to you if you want to see it as an actual species swap or that it's still a Halloween costume. Of just them dressed as each other's species, them dressed as each other's species rather than specifically as each other. But yeah, I found, let me see. Can I? No, that will not work. Hang on. Actually, I would like, is the reference image I used able to be shown on Twitch? That's actually a good question. Because the girl in the picture, has nipple pasties on. Maybe not. The ref pose was a photo I found on Pinterest. When I don't know what pose to draw, I have folders of like sitting poses, standing poses, kneeling poses, and then I just have a look through. I don't think I can show the reference picture because the girl does have, I mean, she's got like a mesh top on and then nipple pasties underneath, and I don't know if Twitch is gonna be okay with side and top and bottom boob. So, I'll be right back. And you guys can be drawing in the background if you want, and when I get back, I'll put Vocaloid music on as usual. Actually, I think, yeah, or something, yeah. Green, I know you saying you're thinking about Arden in too small of a shirt because you think it'd be hot, but like, let's be honest, if he tried to put Ambrose's shirt on, it wouldn't be hot. He'd just feel very embarrassed. Like, I don't even think he'd get his arms down the sleeves. It wouldn't be like, ooh, his shirt's too tight. It'd be like... it'd be like, he wouldn't even be able to tug it up his arm, and if he tried it would rip. Poor guy. No, but I figured that's why you thought about it, because if they were to swap outfits, obviously Ambrose's clothes would be too small for him. Fix me down to right. I'll be right back. had to wait my turn, since now that no one's using the downstairs toilet anymore. Also, I forgot to talk about something. Not that I want to talk more, but, yeah, thing. Oh, thing. I should mention, because I want more feedback on it. Shit. So but some of you know I have been trying and failing to record vocal covers for years. Green, is this the mountain of cheesecake that you made? What is this? Green might have what appears to be, what, 5 Tupperware containers full of cheesecake. Oh, that's custard creams. I'm sorry, I'm so uncultured. 6. Oh. And a plate with 1.5 more slices. Give me that. Well, Green's got plenty to spare. Anyway, I didn't come here to talk about Green's cheesecake. So, I've recorded me singing many times, and then I always delete them because I listen back to it and I go, I sound terrible. Whether it's voice dysphoria, you know, being like, I don't sound like a man, or whether it's just, I don't think I'm singing this well. I don't, you know. Hi, Shrimp. Yeah, we're gonna talk about folklore. So, yesterday, I actually got so far on recording a cover that I actually properly, like, mixed it and everything and got it out of Audacity and into Adobe Audition and got the person who made the song, because it's a Vocaloid song, also, you know, supplied the full breakdown, instrumental breakdown, so the backing vocals and harmonies were separate. Got those in there. And everything, did a lot of editing. Not auto-tune or anything, I don't agree with, I wouldn't put auto-tune on myself. You guys would know anyway, what with me doing karaoke streams. There's Teletubbies on the camera. Anyway, so, I was spending so long just, like, listening back to it being and editing tiny little things and moving the sound 0.00001 decibel up or down, and until I just had to face facts and be like, I need other people's input. Green went to give them head pats. Was that you frantically trying to find the Teletubby? Yeah. This is the best one. I mean, they're all equal, but she's the best one. So, if you're in my Discord and you'd like to give me feedback, I did record a little screen record of me basically saying, like, what the issues I thought were, and then playing a bit of it. It's in the videos and music channel if you scroll back up a little bit. If you want to listen to it and give me some feedback, that would be appreciated. A couple people did. I have it in my head that I can't post a cover that I think sounds like shit just because 2 people said it was okay. But I also know that I'm my own worst critic. Is that Plankton? I was trying to wait see who it would become, and the antennas really changed my guess. I thought it might have been Among Us at first. I'm really nervous about it, but you know, I know I'm also, yeah, like I said, my own worst critic. But I'm also terrified of other people listening to it, because there's a difference between me doing karaoke live on stream, where it's like, it's just a bit of fun. You don't go to karaoke night with your friends and expect everyone to sing perfectly. It's fine. But if I'm gonna post it on YouTube, and if I'm gonna draw or even animate a music video for it, I feel like it has to be to a higher level. Yeah, Mike, you can listen to it if you want. I'm really scared. I'm scared about people who know music listening to it. But I'm not re-recording it. I can't do that. I can't do that to myself again. This is why every time I sit down to record, we're lucky that I got that much out of me, and I did do multiple. We're lucky I did multiple takes. Jesus, usually I do like one take and I'm like, that sounds like shit. I'm terrible at this, and I delete everything. So you know, I was strong enough to redo bits that didn't sound as good. And I also have to understand, like, this is the first cover I'm gonna post. If it's not perfect, that just gives me room for improvement, and maybe the next one will sound better, and as I do them more often, I'll get better at recording them, and better at mixing them, and blah 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 blah, right? And it's not like I listen to it and I think I'm out of tune. I know I'm not terrible at singing. I know that, because otherwise I wouldn't allow myself to do the karaoke. I don't like saying that. I don't like saying nice things about myself. But I mean, I've never had singing lessons, but I've played piano from birth, and piano exams do include an oral exam, not like that, where oral piano exams consist of, like, the examiner will play a tune and then you have to sing it back and have perfect pitch. And then they'll, like, play a piece and you have to tell them what time signature it's in. And it's been so long. I think maybe they'll play scales and then to ask you to name what scale that was. They'll play a piece and then they'll ask you if it's staccato or legato, at least in grade 1. I'm sure. So it's a little bit of singing, but mostly just answering questions verbally. But yeah, even for doing instrument exams, you technically have to be able to sing a little bit. And you can put the feedback publicly in the channel if you want. I don't mind. I think I put 3 questions. It's like, is voice okay? 2, is voice too loud or too quiet or just right compared to backing instrumental? 3, I try to put my own little spin on the cover, because a lot of Vocaloid utaites. I always wanted to be an utaite meter when I was a kid. I was like, would it be so cool if I sang Vocaloid songs and I was like, I was an utaite meter, which is like the fandom name for someone who covers Vocaloid songs. So, and some people will, you know, make up their own harmonies or change up the melody line. Will's Stenson's covers a couple of his. I know in Goddish and Like Train there's like one line where he changes up the melody line, and I'm like, oh, that's so good. I did a little effect, just a little effect. I thought I thought it might be neat. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to talk about this anymore because I'm gonna throw. But you know, if a few more people say no, this is fine. I mean, Shrimp already said they were listening to the tiny bit I shared multiple times. Then if people think it's fine, then I guess I'll make the video, which will mostly if you see people who cover Vocaloid songs, they'll usually like draw themselves or animate themselves in the style of the original music video. I don't think I'm gonna animate the whole thing. I'm thinking originally I wanted to, but we're not gonna do that now. I can at least draw. It's Flop Era. That's the song. Anyway, it's the pose that Neru is in the chorus where she's got like back to camera scrolling her phone. I can draw that. The whole chorus, which has like the kind of the meme animation. Meme animation not as in it's silly, but in like I'm sure a lot of people are going to redraw it and turn it into a meme. I don't think I'm going to do all the poses. I might just do the one pose and animate it. It's clearly just like 2D live rigged or tweened, like stop motion, not stop motion, oh my god. Keyframe is what I wanted to say. is at least have that bit kind of animated. Even if I don't do all the different facial expressions and the different hands, I could just do one default one. Mayhaps. Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, recording's the scary part. Having to listen to my own voice is scarier. And then actually, like, allowing myself... normally it doesn't get that. Normally, I record it. And normally I don't even record the whole song. I like, you know, I might record, like, the first verse and listen back to it and then be like, ew, I sound like a girl and I sound terrible, and then I delete everything. And that's as far as things usually get. I usually don't even get to the point where I've recorded the whole song. Whereas this time I've recorded the whole song and redone parts that didn't sound as good, and I actually recorded it kind of a bunch of times because my Audacity settings were a bit weird at first. You know, I'm figuring out my mic sensitivity because I'm used to whispering into it. And then actually putting the instrumental in there and actually like going in, because with Vocaloid artists, a lot of them support covers. The majority of them do. It's just a normal thing. They know their songs are going to get covered, so they will usually publicly have like Google Drive folders with links to the instrumental, and then sometimes also the breakdown of the instrumental, essentially separate tracks for the instrumental, harmonies, backing vocals, drums, guitar, whatever. So if, you know, you want to use their backing vocals and harmonies rather than record your own, you can do that, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, it's rarely got as far as having a full song recorded. Usually I delete everything and cry before I even get the full song recorded. But as well as recording the full thing, I did edit. But I don't know. I mean, here's the other thing. It's not exactly the kind of song that you can show off your vocals with anyway. It's a pretty fast song. There's not any room to, like, show off a long note or vibrato or, like, there's no room to do anything fancy with that song, you know? But, I'm so embarrassed about it. I'm so embarrassed that, like, now there's a clip of me singing in my Discord. I'm so embarrassed, even though it's like, I know most of you have been here for karaoke before, but I get embarrassed doing karaoke. I never listen back to the karaoke streams. And I feel like there's a bit of a leeway when it's live on karaoke of like, no one expects this to be perfect, but I feel like if you post a cover, people have expected that you've done multiple takes and you've tried to make it perfect. I feel like there's a higher expectation. I'm gonna stop talking about it now. So if anyone else wants to give me any feedback, and please don't worry about hurting my feelings. I mean, if you say like, you sound shit, never sing again, you absolutely will hurt my feelings, but as long as you... But I don't think any of you would say that. Let me make myself a little... I might make myself a different playlist. Hang on. I do have all 4 versions of Flop here and now, because someone, me, might have uncontrollably bought the whole album off Bandcamp. Yes, there's 4. Oh yeah, thank you, Rocio. Well, we'll be doing a karaoke stream soon. I do karaoke streams whenever we hit 100 followers, and I still have not done the one from hitting 1.1k. So it should be this coming week at some point. I just need to figure out what day. And I'm so nervous about it, but I've put it off for long enough. Because I was sick, and then I was sick, and then and then the decorator was around the house. So like this week at some point, like Thursday maybe, I don't know. Don't hold me to that, but hopefully this week. And then we're at 1,196, so 4 more followers, and I'll you guys a second one. As for joining my Discord is actually Patreon exclusive. So I can't just invite you in, I'm sorry, you'd have to join the Patreon. But karaoke soon, and then I'll owe you guys a second one soon as well. The follower count on the overlay is incorrect because it doesn't. It always messes up. I think it's because it doesn't. It adds a number on when someone follows, but it doesn't take a number away when they unfollow. So that's why it breaks. Is it what version? Yeah. So there's the regular single, and then there's the regular version, which is Neru. Apart from it's not, because Neru isn't actually a Vocaloid. She's a fan-made character that was made to parody Miku, and then the people who make Miku Krypton decided to adopt her as an official character, but she has no voice bank. So if Neru is ever singing, it's actually Hatsune Miku's voice, just kind of tweaked differently. But there's no voice bank. It's just Miku. So there's the Neru version, Miku. There's the trendy version, which is the exact same song, but it's sung by Teto. Ouchie. And then there's the remix, which is an extended version. It's not actually remixed, it's just an extended version with Neru and Teto kind of duetting, with Neru singing about wanting to be famous and Teto singing about being, like, essentially Neru singing about wanting to be famous and, like, struggling to get views and really wanting them and stressing out about it, and Teto singing about being famous, having the views, but stressing out about being able to keep them. I have to take 2. I got an email from Twitch being like, you played these 2 songs. How dare you? 2 of the Vocaloid songs I was playing yesterday, were flagged so many times because I guess they popped up multiple times. It wasn't a DMCA, but it was scary to get the email. So those Vocaloid songs aren't gonna be in the playlist anymore. High Club by Nilfruits and Honoric by, for some reason I've lost one of my scroll bars on Windows Media Player. Well, let me scroll across. It's glitched out. Honoric is by Kitazawa Kyohei. The scene clip is in the videos and music channel if you scroll up a little bit. Nilfruits is a little strict on the copyrights. Yeah, I didn't know that. So that's not in the playlist. Anyway, playlist, it's got Vocaloid and one Lady Gaga song. Why not? Right. Drawing. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Hey Green, did you know that somebody else is also... Great minds think alike. Look how fast Green's mouse is zooming around. And the mere idea that someone else could be drawing Lucian. Welcome to the world, my fuck. Okay. I don't know, you might be like, Prince, you were just saying about how scared you are about singing, and you just started singing, like, I wasn't really thinking about it. And if I sing along to whatever music I'm playing on stream, that, again, it doesn't have to be perfect, because it's not like I'm posting it as like a cover, like, oh, look at me sing, here's a cover. You know? Anyway. I need to get somebody's ref sheets open, I don't have them open. Photoshop has a drop shadow on tabs now, which is freaking me out. I mean, maybe it's been there a while. I haven't had access to the new version of Photoshop for a while because my computer couldn't handle it. I'm gonna go find... Okay, because I always have stuff open to back it up. Great. Have to go get the ref sheets. Well, hello, trendy version. I was gonna say, I was listening to this so much yesterday, but that's probably gonna be obvious when I was trying to cover it, but also just in general. My current, I can't stop listening to these, is Flop Era, obviously, but also Inferno and Raphael by Helios, and also Affection Addiction. Fuck. And N Purple. Not as much of a popular or meme song as what some of the others have been. But I think N Purple's gorgeous. This is mostly here so I can eye drop the colours later. I've been feeling like I've been going insane with Photoshop. I feel like my brush is bigger than it was before, but it can't be. It's the same brush. It's the same size. I always draw it. It's Kyle's drawing box Happy HB at 6, but it feels bigger. I don't know if that's because maybe the mouse pointer, like the little circle I'm drawing with, maybe that icon's bigger than it used to be on this version of Photoshop. I keep wanting to switch to 5 pixels instead of 6. That maybe that feels more what 6 used to be. But I can't have the brush be an odd number. Even though it's a multiple of 5, I can't, and my whole body hurts. God, fucking autism. Oh, it's sad time. I don't always do this much sketch, but I'm really not feeling the point 6. Why does it look bigger to me? Well, that didn't open properly. Come here, Vault. I keep doing this, but I think it looks the same. I think I'm just going crazy. Yeah, it's 6. can still have his nails painted. Being a werewolf doesn't mean he can't have his nails painted.
Find the charming perplexity perfected olden writings. Come live beyond the means, you'll see what the orthodoxy means. Cross your heart to never be.
I think half the Discord is hoping Rolf needs a painted under his glass. Is his fingers never been visible in the drawings over there? Wow. Rudolph's gonna have to have a hand reveal. Either behind his... I was like, the fact that you stopped the sentence, I was like... You can say behind his naked butt, it's okay. Let's see. 2 centuries, frigid, sleepless nights. Whoa.
So hide from all the noise and save your feeble voice. Supplant the honor of memories, heed your choice.
If you win
Or in vain, these vagaries await.
but I'm taking forever to wait. For second by the gods. I don't know what key I'd sing this in. Because I can't do that and it's actual. I wouldn't want to sing it higher. Because this is already not too high for me, but makes me feel dysphoric to sing it. But I can't pitch it lower. Because even I can't sing it in its original key. Part of it's too deep for me. So either choices have to be made or I don't know how to cover this song. I know, I said I would, if I did a cover, the first would be it would be monitoring, and then it was gonna be that Devil Kickback, and then Floppy Rap. I don't know what came over me.
Like a thief in my head,
You criminal.
you stole my thoughts before I dreamed them, and you killed my queen with just one pawn. This goodbye is no surprise. This goodbye won't make me cry. Can I keep on dancing until I'm dead? Dancing until I'm dead. Dancing until I'm dead.
Yeah, that Vocaloid song, yeah, I got an email warning about it. Lady Gaga? No, it's fine. I can play it as much as I want. YouTube might mute it, but... It might get muted, but that's like it. I won't get in trouble. And the music's gonna bring me back from death. Dancing until I'm dead. I know, can you believe I was starting to like... I was like, man... It's so good that Mayhem lasted me all those months and was hyping me up and kept me happy, but like, yeah, it's just been so long since it came out. I'm a little bit over it. It's not hitting the way it used to. Oh well, I guess I'll just have seasonal depression. What do you mean new song? In my time of need. See, this is bad. I pulled my back. I can't be doing the dance moves. When you kill me inside, that's when I came alive. When the music's gonna bring me back from death. I'll dance until death. I can put my Gaga on the playlist, I just put this one on for now. Julia? Julia's awake, everybody. Potentially. Who knows if she's fallen back asleep. Okay, see, I'm reading the feedback. I also thought the vocals weren't loud enough, but I got all in my head about it. I was like, no, my voice should be louder. But then I got all in my head about it, and I started listening to other people's Vocaloid covers, and I was like, but that sounds so quiet compared to mine. Maybe other people just mix differently. I got all in my head about it. I was like, but when I listen to other people's, I feel like they made their voice lower, so I think maybe I should lower it. I guess I didn't need to get in my head about it. I take it's criticism from friend. It is pitched up. I did 2 keys up and then sung it an octave lower. I definitely can't do it in its original key and sing it an octave lower, or do 1 key up and sing it an octave lower, because 100% my voice was like straining way more than that. The reason why, if it still sounds like it, it's my dysphoria. So I basically went as low as I could without sounding entirely strained, even though possibly another key up or 2 could have been more beneficial. Another key up or 2, and even that one, even listening back to that one, I'm so dysphoric about it. Fuck, that's the problem, isn't it? It's like, if we have it in a key where it's like, it doesn't sound like I'm straining at all on the low notes, I'm gonna listen to it and be like, that sound like a girl! And I'm trying so hard to control my tone as much as I can, because sounding like a girl or a boy when you talk or sing is not entirely due to pitch. It is not merely a pitch thing, like, it is also, like, if you talk at the front of your mouth, like this, if you place your voice kind of really at the front of your mouth, almost like you're whispering, but without, like, kind of lowering your voice, you instantly sound more femme than if you talk at the back of your mouth. I'm not very good at understanding voice placement. I don't understand, like, any throat stuff, and I can't, or, like, nasal stuff, but I can at least understand placing my voice back here versus placing it, like, up here. It's not simply that I'm talking quieter up here and talking louder back here. That's the one voice placement thing I can understand. So I'm trying as much as I can. I often forget to talk more mask when I'm on stream, and obviously when I'm doing karaoke live as well. But really throughout that, I try to keep, like, I was redoing takes so often to try and keep my voice back here. But even the one high note in that, I know I could do better on it, but I just got so scared. I got so scared. Both dysphoria and my parents hearing me. because I'm used to your voice. I never think you sound like a girl. Well, then that's very sweet. I don't know. You're also friend. I think you're biased. You know, when I can't listen back to my own streams. I think that I just listen back and I don't think my voice sounds nice. I don't think it sounds attractive, and I don't think it sounds masculine. And you know, when I don't get transphobic comments on my YouTube uploads anymore about my voice, but I did a lot for the first year that I was posting. Someone asked on Tumblr recently would I ever do Springtrap audios again, and I was like, no, you weren't there. That the first one, whichever one's called Open the Door on the front of it, because I remember, because the comment section was half full of people memeing Veronica, open the door please, and the other half was people either vocally being transphobic, accidentally being transphobic, or like either being like, or thinking they were being complimentary but being transphobic. So either people being like, ew, gross, blah blah blah, or a lot of comments were like, some comments were like, oh man, I really thought this was gonna be a boy voice, but it's a girl voice. Or comments that were like, wow, you voiced this really well for a girl. I can't, you sound believable as a guy character for a girl. You know, and I worry if I were to sing it any higher that you guys would be chill with it. I get that. But if new people find my channel from the cover, I don't want them to all misgender me. I'm so... Which is the other fear with posting the covers. If it's like, if it then gets outside of my circle of followers, how many of these new people are gonna think I'm a girl without knowing anything about me? And I think a lot of them, I don't know, like if someone clicks on that audio and doesn't know me, are they gonna think that this is a guy or a girl? And I think they're gonna think it's like, oh. I don't know. That's how I don't. So I got so nervous doing any. Even when even some of the karaoke stuff, like, anything singing as Orpheus from Hadestown, as much as it's, like, cis guys hitting those notes, when I hit them, I'm like, God, if anyone listens to this cover who doesn't know who I am, are they gonna think that a girl singing it? So... It's like, I'm aware no matter how high-pitched I sing, you guys aren't gonna be transphobic, but if new people find the cover... I mean, I can put male cover in the title. There's plenty of Vocaloid people, Utaites, who do that. Especially if, like, it's a guy covering a Miku song. I don't know if putting male cover in the title, maybe it just, like... What's the word? Maybe people are searching for that. Some people, you know. So I was like, I can put male cover in the title. A lot of people do that. But, yeah. It's I don't know if I found the sweet spot for, honestly, that's the problem with a lot of Vocaloid songs, is finding a key to sing it in that won't make me feel dysphoric, but also won't mean I'm trying to sing notes down here. Yeah, Max, I don't think that's the helpful thing that you like... pretend that I'm cis and that I want to sound feminine kind of comes across like you're saying you think I sound feminine. I wasn't... I've done my own vocal training. I know how to find videos. I'm not asking for advice on how to sound more masc, because the real advice would be take testosterone. But that's not happening. So, but no, I don't want to pretend that I'm cis and that I'm trying to sound feminine, because I don't want to try and sound feminine. I don't want to sound feminine. I don't want to listen to my voice and be like, oh, well, it's okay because I was trying to pretend to be a woman when I was recording that. Like, that's not gonna help me have a better... Like, that's not really gonna help me accept my voice as a boy's voice, if every time I listen to it I have to pretend like I was pretending to be a girl. Does that make sense? Ah, my back. So I don't know. I take your point. I don't know if I have it. I'd have to find a day where I have it in me to re-record it, or at least practice singing it another not an octave. Jesus Christ, not an octave. A key higher. But I don't know. But then the high note gets even higher. Who? Vocaloid songs don't have to worry about being in vocal ranges, right? You know, like even with like Devil Kickback, if I sing it in the original key, the chorus is a bit... It's not too high for me physically, it's just too high for me mentally, dysphoria-wise. But it's also too deep for me physically. Yeah, you can send me vocal warm-ups if you want. I don't... When it, you know, when it comes to, like, vocal warm-ups and also, like, exercises and stretches for anything, I never know which ones to do because there's so many out there. There's so much out there. And I had done vocal warm-ups before I was recording. I think that's just the end of where my voice is. Because I do some, because I always do some before stream and before I record ASMR. Which I'm sure aren't exactly the same as what people do for singing, but... Sorry. I read the message Julia just sent me. And I'm not, I'm not gonna repeat that. No, you don't get to know. I don't know why she tells me these things. Okay. I think I'm just saying, yeah. I mean, advice that I've got, not for singing warm-ups, but just for, like, helping your voice sound deeper, when you're not on testosterone, is, yes, doing, I mean, I don't think they've never said scales, but piano playing background kicks in and I do scales. I just, you know, repeatedly trying to go a little low each time and drink water, gargle water, and then keep doing it over and over, and that does help settle my voice deeper. If I haven't I do that before every stream. If I don't do it before stream, my voice will kind of settle up here, which is not, you know, I know I'm lucky that where my voice if my voice is settling here, it could be a lot worse, it could be a lot higher than this, but I like to try and get it here. But I'm still not at a point where I could talk... I can't talk consistently like this without consciously thinking about it, and if I start focusing on anything else other than how I'm talking, then I lose it. But also I can't talk like this for long periods of time without hurting my throat. So... But yeah, So yeah, no, I know cold water no bueno, but I can't drink any kind of hot liquid or warm liquid. I can't. So rip me. I can't. Yeah. Like, oh, it's cold and your throat hurts. Here you go. No. Boy, it would sure help a lot. But yeah, I can definitely raise the vocals up. I haven't done much in audition before other than slapping like reverb and stuff on ghost or robot characters that I voice. So, I did look up a little bit like how make sound better. But I'm sure there's other stuff. So I don't know how to do the auto pitch. Also saying that you can hear me using my dive, that's so cool, because I'll be honest, I don't understand what or where the diaphragm you know what, maybe you can help. I tried Googling diaphragm stuff and it is in your belly. Okay, that's where I thought it was, and like using that when singing because it's meant to be better for you, right? And I was watching a vocal coach video about it, right? And the way that they explained it, I physically cannot do it, and it makes me feel like I'm going insane. So they said that what you're supposed to be doing when using your diaphragm when you're singing is, you know, so naturally, when you breathe in, your belly goes in, and when you breathe out, it goes out. But they said you have to do the opposite, so that when you breathe in, you need to push your belly out, and that when you breathe out, you need to try and suck your belly in. And I can't do that. I've tried so hard, and I just default to doing it normally, like a normal person breathes. Was that person making shit up? The video had a lot of views. I can't do it. I can't do it then. If that is what it is. If I breathe in, I can't make my tummy go out. I don't, or I'm not understanding. But I can't breathe in and make tummy go out. When I breathe in, my tummy goes in. I promise I've tried to do it for hours over a long time. Maybe I'm not understanding, but I can't make my torso not go in when I breathe. Another reason why I have not ever posted vocal covers. Ow, fuck. Stupid back. I hope it... Well, I don't know what I've done to it. Well, it takes more practice than what I was willing to give. Then I don't think singing is for me. I can do it on karaoke. But that's probably where it's gonna stay then, because I can't. I really did try, and I tried for a long time. This isn't like, I found out about it last week. I'm years, you know, because I've been doing voice acting for a while now. So it's always something I've been aware of and wanted to understand. But if it sounds like it's happening when you listen to me sing, then it's happening entirely naturally and not something that I have any conscious control over, because I have never had a singing lesson, and when I try to consciously think about what my tummy's doing, I sure can't make it do anything. I certainly can't seem to overwrite my muscle memory. So if anything's happening when I sing, I'm not doing it. The only thing that I consciously am doing when I'm singing... Sorry, I'm holding my med container because I need something in my hand because I'm getting stressed. The only things I'm doing consciously when I sing is, at least when I was recording that, was really trying to make my voice back of throat and deeper, not deeper pitch, obviously, staying on pitch, but trying to masculinize it, and sometimes I consciously think about vibrato and sometimes it happens. I've had it on karaoke, people have pointed it out and complimented it, and I was like, oh, thank you, that wasn't on purpose. In that recording, there's not much room for it. I'll be honest, the song's so fast. I tried, but, on a couple notes, but there's really not much, much room, to do anything fancy. Sorry, I'm, like, fidgeting. Well, I don't know. Fall Period is a silly song. There's not many Vocaloid songs that you could use to show off your vocals. Unless you have an insane vocal range. I mean, okay, in terms of showing off, like, high notes, sure, you could try and sing Meltdown, but good fucking luck. Vocaloids don't have to worry about having a human vocal range. They're not real. They also don't have to worry about being able to breathe when they sing really fast. But, there's not that many slow Vocaloid songs, really. Which, you know, I get it. The fast-paced ones are more fun to listen to and what go viral. And the ones that I know of and the ones that I like, I don't know that I have a desire to sing, like, From Y to Y, or Hirai, or Muddy. Muddy Cloud's really pretty, but I don't know, I don't really, the other ones that are on my brain is doing Devil Kickback and Monitoring. It's like, you don't have to just cover Vocaloid songs. Yeah, well, that's the thing, though. With Vocaloid songs and covering Vocaloid songs, it's always fine to do. The creators, the composers of the song never have an issue with it. In fact, they usually encourage it and will publicly, for free, give out free links to downloads of the instrumental tracks and backing vocals and whatnot. Like, either in the description of YouTube videos. I mean, Flavor Foley not only allow you to cover, but they're one of the only ones I've ever seen who allow you to monetize your covers. Usually, you can cover it, but you can't monetize it. You didn't make the song. Flavor Foley will let you monetize it, so that's crazy. I don't know if that extends individually to each member of Flavor Foley. Sadly, Vain Lily does not have a website with a FAQ section that's really handy like Flavor Foley does. Or like Deco27 on their website, which is in Japanese, so have fun navigating it. They do have free downloads to all of the official instrumental packs. for all their songs. And from what I can make of the terms of service, it basically is like, yes, you can have this. You can cover my songs, but you can't monetize them and you can't, like, put them on streaming servers. You can't put them on Spotify or Bandcamp or anything. And with Flavor Folder, you can't put them on Spotify or Bandcamp either, but you can monetize them on YouTube. Whereas, like, if I were to cover, like, a song from a musical, you best believe that that video is gonna get copyright claimed and blocked in all countries in the world. So... That's why the focus on Vocaloid. And also I really like Vocaloid. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I post it or not. I can try and tweak it a bit, but I don't know. And I don't know how many re-recordings I have in me to do one song, just because I know what my brain's like, you know? And I could have spent way more hours recording that. I mean, I did spend hours recording it, but I know I could have spent more. But I know I was getting to a point with it where I was like, if I do this again, I'm gonna have an autistic meltdown. So I had to leave it be. It's hard for me to keep doing the same thing, especially if I think I'm not getting any better at it. Jevelfy. So I don't know. I think I already did raise the volume up. If not, I can definitely do that. I can look at the low notes. I'll have to look how do thing in Adobe Audition. Because I know how do thing. But do you guys post what I don't know. I mean, but then I have to think, it's like, okay, but if you scrolled back real far down, like, Jubyphonic's page, does her first cover sound perfect? Probably, it's Jubyphonic. But I scrolled back and I listened to Will's first cover, and I was like, are you kidding me? Fuck you. This is what your first cover sounded like? But, you know, I mean, when I listened to a bunch of other people's covers of Monitoring, because I just wanted to see what English lyrics different people were using. And I definitely... There's Monitoring covers on YouTube that have less than 10 views that I'm not going to be mean about. God, and I don't want to sound big-headed, but, like... This is going to sound horrible. Sounded worse than the ones that I started recording did. That sounds so mean. God, what I mean is, like, I don't like being mean about other people, and I don't like being nice about myself. But what I mean is either, like, their mic quality was really, really bad. Not necessarily their voice, but, like, their mic was really, really bad. Or they were having a lot of trouble with timing, like they just weren't singing in where they should. And then I feel like such an asshole if I say, like, oh, my pitch was better. I know, I'm not saying I have perfect pitch. But, like, I know I can usually, most of the time, sing in tune. Every fibre of my being is cringing and saying, like, you can't say that. Everyone's gonna kill you. You're gonna sound like an egotistical maniac. That's in part me, and that's in part of what it's like being raised British. You're not allowed to say anything nice about yourself. So I was like, well, they posted those covers. So why should I feel ashamed of not that I think they should be ashamed of posting theirs, but what I mean is, like, mine is not any worse than theirs. So, like, why should I not be able to post mine, if that makes sense? But I'm like, because it's mine and it's bad. Fucking hell. And maybe if I try, and if I get one out, and it's a little bad, it just means it gives me room to make the next one a little better, especially if I get comments encouraging me to make more. But I won't get encouragement to make more if I don't even make one! The monitoring cover, what happened with that is, as well as just me recording, the same first verse over and over and over and over and over again and deleting it because I thought it sounded like shit, was also I was trying to do it when my parents were out of the house and they came home, and then I got too nervous about recording. Even though I recorded Flop Hero yesterday while they were all here. I just thought, fuck it. But also, I spent so much time crying almost over, like, what version do I post? So, what version do I sing? As in, the Japanese or English, and if English, which version? Because while I do the Japanese on stream, I know I'm not getting every single lyric right, so I figured English was the safer bet. I'm most familiar with... Let me go check their name. Trickle's English lyrics. But I'd spent so much time trying to research what is allowed when it comes to Vocaloid covers, and, are you allowed to post them? Are you allowed to monetize them? What credit do you have to give? Blah, 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 blah. That I was like, oh, but what if you're using someone else's fan-made lyrics? Is that allowed? Can you use someone's fan-made lyrics without asking permission? I mean, you can, but is that, like, considered taboo in the Vocaloid fandom? I don't know. And so I was, like, trying to find an answer on Google, and I couldn't find anything, so that's why I was looking at other monitoring covers to see what English lyrics they were using, to see how they credited them and if they got permission. And I was driving myself insane. I think the answer is you can just use whatever you want and just credit them. But I got so anxious about it that by the time then I started recording, I was already so frazzled. And also, while I've listened to Trickle's English cover a bunch of times, I'd never sang along to it before, so I realized I don't actually know the placement of some of these lyrics. Like, the syllables aren't always in the same place as the Japanese sentences, so I realized I don't actually know how to sing this in English. Oh, I need to practice more. And then my parents came home and I was like, I'm just gonna stop singing. I'm poo. Yeah, there's a second page. You're gonna go right to the bottom left, and there's a film reel button that says toggle sequence panel. You're gonna click on that, and then you can find page 2. So that's what happened with the monitoring. Green, are you eating my man? Green has become Pac-Man. Oh my god, you have little feet! You've really become Pac-Man! I mean, I guess OG Pac-Man doesn't have feet, but like later era Pac-Man. Or like Kirby! You're Kirby. I'm such a fool that I didn't recognize that it was Kirby straight away, and I went for Pac-Man first. Pac-Man doesn't have arms. I mean, I guess he does by the time he has feet. But... can I kiss this one? Can I let this one, please? Right here. Mwah. I don't know who drew that. Who drew my childhood crush? What? No, I have a childhood crush on Elsa. That'd be crazy. Cuddle these guys. Oh, it was you? Oh, well then Green knew. Shit. It's going off on page 2. Oh. Oh. Oh my. Um, sir, cover them up. Also, this is cute. Right. Fuck. I watch parties in. I need to end stream in an hour. And the thing is, I so could have not been distracted had I not, talked about how much I don't like my own singing for so long. I'm embarrassed. But I can try and add tweaks to it. I really don't want to have to record the whole thing because I don't think I have it in me mentally. But I can try and edit it a bit more and see if that helps. What I didn't want to do, and what I knew was within my power to do, which is sing it in a higher key and then artificially, like, transpose my singing down a key. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be honest. And also, if I were to do that, I'm just getting myself used to a fake version of my voice and not accepting my actual real version. I think that would be worse for me mentally in the long run. But if people think that it would be okay to post as is or with a couple little tweaks, based on Mac's feedback, but without me fully re-recording the whole thing, then okay. I guess. I'm gonna try and draw now. This is why I don't do art streams. I love how I was like, yeah, I think I'd do it on stream because I just feel like I was gonna get too distracted if I did it off stream. Full well knowing the reason I stopped doing art streams is because like, I get too distracted and get nothing to- That's as much as I've gotten done. Not even one whole boy. I didn't even do one whole boy. I saw Lucy and John have a question about Rudolph. People are excited about him, but there's only 2 audios with him, so what's the background lore? He doesn't have any... People just like him. But, no. Not all my OCs have, any kind of lore. I know the animation, but what animation? What animation? I'm confused. But a lot of my OCs don't have backstories. Obviously with Lucian and Lysandra and Hawthorne, they started out as these kind of... Didn't even start out as characters, they were just like scenario ideas I was coming up with that were meant to be one-offs, and then people wanted more of them. The only ones that have proper backstories is Ambrose and Arden. I wouldn't say Lucian even really has... Oh yeah, I guess he has more than some, but... Ambrose and... Well, Ambrose is the only one with a full backstory. Even Arden doesn't have one. I can't force myself to come up with them. And, you know... Like, I got an audio request, I think, last month, that was like, can we have one where we find out about Dimitri's backstory? And I'm like... He doesn't have any... Like, when I started making these OCs, I didn't think this many people were gonna like them. They were just, like, characters for an audio. I didn't plan out anything beyond what's in the audio. If I paid you for a commission, you could draw... as what's called for me, an animated kind of thing. No. I don't take commissions for animation. I've barely done any animation. I don't know where you got animation from. I don't do animation commissions. Two people have said animation now, and I don't know what's going on. I'm really confused. Like, are we still talking about my audio commissions? Gosh, I didn't realize that was Oshawa because I was too busy looking at it from my angle, and I was like, what kind of creature? Oh. Yeah, I did one animation once of Ambrose and Arden just for fun for me, just to test to see if I could understand animation a bit, but I don't do commissions for them. I have very limited art commissions open, and they're not all related to my audio commissions. They're on an entirely different account. Just a drawing or audio. Sorry, I'll have to reread your Well, okay. It's not a drawing. Oh, okay. Where's my own Kofi? If you're looking at my The Vampire Prince account, I don't do art commissions here. You can't get a drawing from here. I have an Etsy shop where I sell art, and I have like safe for work accounts where I post some fan art. And I have a few limited your character here type art commissions open where you can either have me draw anyone in this style of this little blinking gooby. You can have me draw anyone in this style as a little pixel chibi. You can have me draw anyone as like a little, actually, you know what, I kind of want to, I was going to delete these. I'm going to delete these. Get rid of that. I might delete the hug ones as well, I'll be honest. I definitely do want to, I'm too stressed out to do the mini square portraits, actually. But I don't have any kind of full body art commissions open, and so like I'm not familiar with the character, but I could draw her like in this style, but I don't do audios as women or female characters. Firstly, I wouldn't go looking at my audio commissions, my like audio roleplay commissions, without ever having listened to any of my audios. And then I would read my TOS before asking me questions, and then I would not suggest a trans man voice a woman, because that's at best misgendering and at worst transphobic. I don't know if that's what you're suggesting. I'm very confused by the whole animation thing. I don't know where two different people got the word animation from in such a short amount of time. I don't think I said animation. I think I said animation. Yeah, I'm gonna deactivate the mini square portrait thing. It's just more stressful for me to draw. And I don't think I only one person ever commissioned it anyway, so. Sorry, I know the music's been off for a while. So for anyone, the Blinking Eyes commission was kind of Oh, you meant like the goober Hang on, where have they gone? Where are we? These little guys. I just got confused because audios were mentioned in the same time. But yeah, if you wanted a character as this, they can have whatever hair and clothes. I'm trying to stand up because it's the sun sure has gone. It is dark enough that I have to put my light on and it's only 6:30. What fun. Oh, am I going to be able to reach up to close my... This will be a fun test of what my back's able to do right now. It's less so my back. It's like I can't reach up with my left arm. Isn't it so cool that as my right shoulder is healing, I somehow, don't know how, pull all of my left back, upper back and shoulder and neck. Who knows how I did it? I felt fine yesterday. I don't remember doing anything weird or strenuous yesterday. I just woke up in the middle of the night and I'm just like this now. I don't know what I could have done. And I'm trying not to panic about it, but I'm kind of in the back of my mind panicking about it. Because, like, when I properly injured my back and I couldn't, like, walk for, like, 10 weeks, a few years ago, that was just, I woke up one day and I was just like that now. And that's left me with permanent problems. My body's just falling apart, I think that's what it is. Right, how long do I have before... Minimum, like, if we really cut it close, probably, like, 40 minutes. Do I try and lock in and not say a word for 40? I mean, I'm not gonna get it lined and coloured. I guess I could... I don't know. On my old computer, I would not have been able to have Photoshop open while I was, doing the watch party, but maybe on new PC. I can't believe I genuinely was like, yeah, I'll just do it on stream and I won't get distracted at all. How many times have I said on stream that... it must be every single stream I go, I really thought I wasn't going to get distracted today, and it happens every single time. That's like every stream. That's why I don't do art streams anymore, because it means I'll get nothing done. But it was in part that I genuinely thought I wasn't going to get distracted, because I thought I felt in a good mood to lock in, and also... I knew I was going to feel, regardless of getting distracted, I knew I was going to feel more miserable if I didn't stream. But boy. Ow, I can't lean like that. No, well, saying at least it wasn't Elizabeth or Transformers, no, but if it was Elizabeth or Transformers, I would have had fun talking about it. Instead, I was just shitting on myself and my own voice, and how I'm too scared of posting that song cover, for like an hour. I think I probably talked about it for like an hour. And now I feel miserable. And the point of streaming wasn't so that I felt miserable. I've really goofed this up. I'm gonna put music back on. Ow. And, what, like, I can't do time, math. A bit over an hour, till over the garden wall time. More Vocaloid? Probably. boy, I don't know what I've done. It's like right all my like top left corner of my torso. Like feels like it's almost in my ribs. Ugh. But just on my left side. My right side's fine. Apart from the RSI that's already in my right shoulder. But I have to do everything with that arm now. As it's in recovery. Cause sure can't move my... No! I'm not, Mag! I don't know what happened. I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, why am I in pain? And just all... Like, if you split me into quarters from behind, all the upper left quarter, so all my back, shoulder blades, back of my ribs, up to through my shoulder aches, but also I'd already fucked my neck up a couple days ago, I don't know how. So it's merging with and going all the way up the left side of my neck, as well as all down my back, and if I like breathe too heavy or if I like laugh, pretty much every time I've laughed it's made it hurt today. And I don't know what I did. I don't remember doing anything weird. I was typing a lot yesterday and but I don't know I don't know how me just spamming like Control C, Control V would do this. Like, it clearly is, like, the muscle that's the ish. I don't know what I mean, I reached on the floor to I think I reached on the floor to pick up my blanket. My little heat blanket because I'm on my period, but, like, I do that all, like, every day. I don't know what I did any different, unless I moved around some way in my sleep that hurt me. I surely do not know. You know, you say warm compress. I actually did mean to do that when I went and got my lunch. I was like, when I go back upstairs, I should put my little heat blankety pad thing, kind of on the back of my chair for me to lean against, or like just sling it over my shoulder. And you know what I didn't do and haven't done since lunch, which is like the entire time I've been on stream? Sure didn't remember to do that. You'd think I would have, considering the pain, but no, I didn't remember to do that. I'm gonna feed this through under the arm of my chair. That's probably the way to do it. Ah. Yeah, so I can't reach up with my left arm. I can't bend at the waist. I know that's not pain making brain silly. That's just how my memory is. You can't expect anything out of me. God, I saw a post about ADHD memory. I don't know if autism memory or just bad memory. I just don't remember anything. Whereas Julia has ADHD memory. I saw a post about it and I was like, is this you? And she said, yeah. So someone was describing ADHD memory as you trying to remember Oh, sorry, I thought someone knocked on my door. They were knocking on my sibling's door. ADHD memory as you're trying to write things down in chalk on a chalkboard to remember them in your brain. But some random other guy is randomly erasing things at random that you're writing, and some other guy is randomly writing things down in permanent marker. And you have no control over what one of the guys erases and what one of the other guy puts in permanent marker so that you never forget. I'll find the post. It was on the Tumble. Let's see. Julie was like, yeah. Oh god, see, I'm glad that I undid the screen share. It was in case porn came up, but no, I got, there's a post about transphobia, but then it immediately, like, covered it because I have XKit. So, as you can see, XKit has hidden this post because it mentions something, and I can choose to show it, but I don't want to because I saw a picture of a certain lady. I don't need to know what she's done now. Thank you, XKit. Oh, I'm still using XKit. People don't know what the kids these days don't know about Xkit. It's a fan-made Tumblr extension. It makes Tumblr a better website. I mostly use it because it has an ad blocker in it. It has an audio downloader button. It has a blacklist. I know Tumblr does have a built-in kind of blacklist system now. Xkit's had a blacklist since way before then, and it will like censor posts like that with whatever thing that you put in, whether it's transphobia, whether it's gore, whether it's like you really don't like a specific show. Editable reblogs. I usually quick tags. I really like, which is if I hover over, I can add tag bundle. I don't have any saved. A lot of Tumblr updates are just implementing Xkit features, yeah. And there's even more. There's a lot that I don't use. There's enhancements for audio player, accessibility tools, auto-scrolling, get the old search back, stop GIFs from moving. Like customizing your header, mass post editor, mass tag editor, blocking certain posts from giving you notifications, restoring like old themes and old color schemes, blocking specific posts and not just specific people. Timestamps. Tumblr Fortress 2 replaces all reblog icons with TF2 kill icons. Green, should I do it? I don't really know what that means. I've clicked install. I guess I'll have to refresh. Well, it didn't do anything, so I think that maybe that one's broken. Nothing is different. Did I misunderstand what it did? Oh, reblog icons. No, it didn't. I was looking at profile pictures. No. I don't think that one works anymore. It didn't do anything. I'm sorry. I don't think the Team Fortress 2 thing works. But I don't have the newest up-to-date version of Xkit. Oh, Lanamis 3? I haven't seen anything about it. I need to now. Anyway, let me read out the ADHD post. I don't think I'm getting any drawing done. So this person tweeted, "My 7-year-old ADHD baby. I don't remember where I put my toothbrush. I just had it in my hand 3 seconds ago." Same kid. "You told me 8 Mondays ago at 11:42 p.m. that we could go to Target today. I remembered because I was wearing a blue shirt with 3 buttons and you was eating 2 grapes." And then screenshots of a Tumblr post that says, "How could you have forgotten that? I forget everything unless I remember." How can you remember that? I remember everything unless I forget. And then this picture of Optimus Prime, which a wonderful addition to any post. Memory rarely recalls upon us the moment of our choosing ADHD Prime. And then last week I asked my dad if he remembers sneaking me into the cinema to see Deep Rising in 1998. He said he thought so, but he didn't remember which cinema it was. He was stunned that I not only remembered the exact cinema, but also the time of day and the shirt I was wearing. Today I forgot what someone told me over the phone, even though the conversation ended 3 seconds ago. And then, the final edition. My memory feels like a chalkboard, and someone else has the eraser, while someone else writes random things in permanent marker instead of chalk. Actual quote from me before I imagined I might have ADHD. And I told Julia that, and she was like, "Yeah." I don't have ADHD. I cannot relate. But well, now I have to look at Little Nightmares. I was aware of Little Nightmares 3, but I'll be honest, if I didn't even know there was a trailer out. I was aware they were making a 3rd one, but if I don't see, like, if something doesn't come across my dashboard on Tumblr, or a friend doesn't mention it to me, like, unless someone talks about it in Discord, or I see it reblogged on Tumblr, I'm not gonna know that anything happened. a little bit maybe if I see it on Blue Sky now as well, but like I will not know anything in the world has happened if it doesn't appear on one of those things. So don't mind me. I need to watch the Little Nightmares trailer now. Trigger warnings for probably body horror. It's Little Nightmares. I need to see this now. At least it was only posted 4 days ago, so I don't feel as... Oh, there we go. Violence, blood, and gore, but there might, you know... It's Little Nightmares. You know how they look. They're hard for me to look at, but I really like Little Nightmares. I love Mono. Oh my god. I watched Jacksepticeye play them. If there's a game that I do really like, I'll tend to watch Sean play them. Because, you know, I really like watching Game Grumps, but I do not watch them play games I love. I didn't watch them play Undertale. I'm not watching them play Deltarune. I know I'll get upset at them. Like, I'm not games I love. But obviously, like, and I don't watch Mark only because he tends to play more jump scary I can't look at most horror games, and even if he's not playing a spooky scary game, he sometimes just adds editing to his videos. Like, he'll just add jump scares into his editing. They're not, so I can't watch them. But Sean is Game Watch is like chaotic, and Sean is like comfy cozy. So I did watch him play the first two, and I loved Mono, and then the end of Little Nightmares 2 happened. It just made me love him more. My heart. I have some fan art of Little Nightmares I did in Magma years ago somewhere.
From childhood's hour, I have not been as others were.
I want Mono to be avenged.
I have not seen as others saw. I could not awaken my heart to joy at the same tone.
That's wild that there's a narrator. Fun, creepy fun fair.
And all I loved alone. Through endless nights.
I'm not used to being
stormy
voices.
weather, we face our childhood
Oh, is it multiplayer?
fears together.
Is it co-op? Oh, the music. There's the music. Obviously not the theme song, but I mean it's the right sounds. That's in 5 days. Does his gots to know the law? Not what happened to 6. She can go fuck herself. No, okay. There's a lot to there's a lot to say with I'm not Alright, spoilers for Little Nightmares 2. Who knows, right? I've so many theories about why 6 left Mono, and ranging from a wide amount of reasons, whether it just be, oh, 6 not as good as you think, 6 evil, 6 was being an asshole, to what if when they were, you know, in that moment where they let Mono go. I don't actually know what 6's pronouns are, but in the moment where they let Mono go, they see Mono's face for the first time. And so there is a theory of, like, what if 6 sees Mono's face for the first time, recognizes, you know, or realizes, oh my god, you look like the tall man. Are you the tall man? Are you going to become the tall, you know? And tries to, you know, panics and lets Mono go, or thinks, oh god, if you're that thing that's been chasing us, I need to kill you. I need to make sure you don't become the tall man. But in doing so, in letting Mono go, in betraying him, Six has created the Tall Man. And my heart fucking... The whole scene with Mono in the chair... Fuck. I want to give Child Mono a little pat on the head. And the Tall Man will look at... What? No, nothing. What? That'd be crazy. I'm gonna go see if I can find my old Little Nightmares art. I have no idea. When did Little Nightmares 2 come out? Was it 2021? That's crazy. Well, I said spoilers, so you had time to mute. If you didn't know how it ended, I said spoilers. I said spoilers! But my little guy... And my big man. They're fine. They're fine. They're okay. I don't know what's on the full camera, so I don't want to share it in case it's, but I think it was... Yeah, okay, the stuff on there I don't remember. This was drawn with, Atom Gecko on Instagram, friend of mine. There's there. Because I was really into the Tall Man. They were like, I'll draw him for you. Oh, thanks. It looks just like... Their finest piece of work, if I do say so myself. And they have a little six. Boy, if I'm gonna shame Cam like that, I can at least fucking get their Instagram up. Before I ever did like group magmas, me and Cam would just do magmas on our own. Back in like 2020, 2021, cause I didn't know anyone else. And I was too scared to do big group things. Can you tell Deltarune Chapter 2 just got released? If not obvious, this half is my art. This half, is Cam's art. And look, this is like what became... Yeah. Don't... Pixel Chibies, before I refined them, before we had a consistent template, were just things that I doodled all the time. They were just like, I'm just gonna do these little guys. But it ultimately is what became the Pixel Chibis. Oops. I've done something. Look at me out here, drawing meme art, them out there, drawing fucking masterpieces. But you know, maybe this is a masterpiece in itself. They could be friends. They can be singing robots even if Metaton's actually a ghost and not a robot. They can be friends, singing robot friends, even if one of them's actually a ghost. So, you know. I'm looking through that. I barely remember what I drew right then. Aww. I was drawing, you can't forget his name? God, he's called... It begins with a J. fuck? He's from Power Rangers Wild Force. He's one of the villains. This is my sneaky little man right here. Uh-oh, phone alarm. That means it's 7 o'clock. What's his name? Oh no. It's okay. I have a folder full of everybody. Look, me and my sibling watched a lot of Power Rangers growing up, okay? I'll just go find him. Jindrax! In a little pose, so Cam drew him a friend. I knew what 2 letters it began with. That's something. What a stinky little boy. Yeah, I do have a folder full of. There's some cool monsters that, especially like some of the monsters that were only in Super Sentai and never got across to Power Rangers. I mean, some of them are ridiculously stupid, but some of them are just cool. This is pretty fucking cool. I mean, they look silly eyes, but the rest of it. And I like a lot of the art as well. Where's their Harley Quinn? I saw her and I lost her. Where'd she go? Here she is. People like her. And whatever her friend's called. I don't remember what her friend's called. She's got a friend. They're like a giant bag. I always think, I don't know why I think they look pear-shaped, and I don't remember what the friend's called. This is Joyful Night, Candelera. Yeah, it's some kind of like heart axe situation. Gosh, there's someone, I don't think they're in chat, someone knows. I'm gonna have to go through the whole folder, and I don't remember what the friend's called. Jesus. This isn't the friend. This is just horrifying a bit. I don't know what's going off down there. I really thought I might just see them if I scroll through the folder. That was very wishful. I mean, you know, if you like armor, like I do, just a lot of these characters are pretty cool. I mean, not her. I think she's just silly. But some of these guys... I don't know what her friend's called. She has like a friend and they're like a ragdoll, like sewn together guy, but like... if the body was a sack that had a hat on it. I like her concept art sheet too. But yes, Queen. Where the fuck's her friend? There's too many pictures of Power Rangers. This was my Power Rangers crush. Yeah. I would never... I don't identify as a furry. I don't have a fursona or want to have one. Anyway, but like this man... He's technically a scaly. He's a lizard alien dog. Anyway, what's your friend's name? Of course, the cat alien just looked like a human being with cat ears. Girl, what's your friend called? I don't remember what your friend's called. You have a friend. Oh god, that's so much lore. Well, it is an axe. That's so much lore. If I roll over it, it's not gonna no. I couldn't tell you what one of those links is the character. Might not even be the character. Look, you can see them together. That's their friend. Okay, for some reason I misremembered the head being low down. They do have a coin purse on their belly. I wasn't thinking bag for no reason. I kept thinking like purse, and I didn't know why, because I was like, they don't really... What's the name of their friend? It's just the name of their friend. Is this the name of their friend? No. We'll never know. Nobody wants us to know. People that... Pictures of their friends. Oh, wow. Jesus Christ. She's dead. She's just dead. It's Curio? Oh my god. There they are. This is a friend. They're like a little rag dolly with a big purse that has a human face on it. I don't know why it has a human, because it's Power Rangers, that's why. Their sleeves are too long for their arms. They have giant snake eyes. But kind of cute. Well, I didn't get any drawing done. I have to end stream by past, so I think I should think about doing that now. Well, I didn't get my drawing smash done. I'm gonna, since I showed so much of Cam's art, I'm gonna at least, link you their Instagram. I feel like is the only social they use. You may notice they have a husband. Like, if you might notice they haven't drawn anything other than their husband for years. But that's fine. We've all got husbands. You don't think that I wouldn't spend all of my time not drawing Lucifer if I could, apart from the fact that, like, I'm such a big multi-fandom boy that, like, my brain can't stay on one person. But, like, I have so much admiration for just being like, no, Aldo from Pokemon Black and White, that's my husband, and just... That's that being it. You know? It'd be so nice if I could commit to one character, says Ian Lucia. To the point that they did commission someone to make a plush. I guess, though, I did commission someone to make a plush of Detard. It's sitting above my desk right now. So if you like Pokemon art... So curious about Little Nightmares 3. They're called Low, and one of them's called Alone, but that's so sad. Oh, there's a different trailer. Oh ho ho. I do like the idea of Spooky Carnival. But I also don't want to get scared, so I'll watch Sean play it. I'll hold my hand. Little gnome. But I'm curious if this is gonna be just like a co-op game set in the world of Little Nightmares. Or if it's directly, like, gonna continue lore and plot. Because the thing with the Little Nightmares world is, like, well, they can't kill all children. Because then there won't be any new people. Are they that dumb? Not the writers, the adults in this world. Like, do they not... I just say traumatic flashes of the past will begin to emerge. Ah, content warning. Violence, fear, and depiction of suicide. Though I have to be careful while watching someone else play this. God, poor Mono. I guess you could say, well, Mono's story's done. But I get, because there's all the theories of, like, is 6, if time loops are a thing, and if Mono is the tall man, can 6 be the most popular theory? Is 6 the lady from the end of Little Nightmares 1? And that hasn't been answered, and maybe it hasn't been answered because they're not. That's such a popular theory. It's like almost considered. Almost considered canon. As far as I was aware, it's not canon. Yeah. No. That is what people want to know. Like, there's a lot of art of the tall man and the lady as adult 6 and Mono, like, bickering with each other. It's Karibo. Just regular Karibo. It's not winged Karibo, or he'd have wings. It's regular Karibo. This is me giving him head pats. Oh. No! Oh no. I mean, okay, you may say, how could you at all have ever been even slightly attracted to any adult from Little Nightmares when they all look like horror shows? Because the tall man's Mono and I feel really bad for him. I mean, I don't know if I really would in real life. Maybe I'd be too scared. But it becomes apparent, like, that he's not, like, the reason why he's chasing you, you realize after you find out that Mono becomes the tall man because 6 left him in the hypno tower to die and be transformed, right? The realization of, oh, he was never trying to kill you. The reason why he's chasing you in 6 throughout the game and you think, oh my god, this big scary thing's here to kill us, he's trying to save himself. He's trying to pull Mono away from 6 because he's trying to break the time loop. Because he knows if Mono goes with 6, 6 will eventually betray Mono and leave him in the torture hypno... what's the word I'm looking for? not deformity, like, I don't know, stretch your body out chamber. Hypno transformation torture chamber. And then you'll become the tall man. You're like, oh yeah, he never, like, he's just trying to, like, grab you, I guess, to, like, pull you away, and you don't really see him, like, ever kill Mono. I guess because the implication is just, like, if he gets Mono, the game's over, and he saved himself, but if you keep playing the game, you've trapped him in the loop, and that, he's stuck as this. Did you look up a picture of the tall man, or did you just draw... Did you just draw this based off Cam's drawing? I'm suspicious of this shape. Drowsy. I mean, it's accurate. Alright, I'll not zoom in. Oh, sorry, he's called the Thin Man. The whole time I'll be honest, the whole time I couldn't fully remember his name. So I kept saying the Tall Man, because I knew it wasn't the Pale Man, because the Pale Man's from Pan's Labyrinth. I mean, not that his face is horrifying. He's just... you can't really get a good look at it. He's just a sad old man. Let me see. Do we have picture of little baby? This is Mono. He's a little baby. He's a little baby. Six leaves him to die, and he gets in the Hypno TV tower, and he gets turned into that after he's trapped down there for potentially centuries. And now he can teleport, but he's also this now. And who knows in what kind of pain or, like, mental anguish. Yeah, he doesn't have crazy long fingers. That's just how Cam drew him. He does have very long limbs, that is, yeah. But, you know, out of every Little Nightmares creature, if you had to... I mean, he's kind of the best looking adult that they've got. If you know what the other adults look like. Your flatmate came in and shoved profiteroles into your mouth, like didn't say anything to you, just... Are you okay? Aw, see? He could be a baddie. Look, people are putting him in memes with Lady D, because they both can't fit indoors. That's not the best quality screenshot, and I can't zoom in because it's Reddit. This is Alex open. Well, as long as it was good. Ow. I have to be so careful when I move. God, I hope my back- this feels better tomorrow. I don't like this. I really don't like this at all. I'm gonna go so I can start making food so that my food is ready in time for the watch party. In like 40 minutes, I will be streaming. I will be. No. Don't have hiccups. In like 40 minutes, I will be streaming Over the Garden Wall. Maybe I'll try Draw While We Watch. I've watched Over the Garden Wall loads of times. Maybe this PC can handle doing both. If not, I guess I'll work on the drawing tomorrow. Probably not on stream. I don't think that would be a good idea, do you? I really thought, like, yeah, I'll get this done, and then maybe even a little magma afterwards. And maybe I would have if I hadn't had the, To be fair, a lot of stream was talking about the commission update, which was a big thing that happened, and me trying to record that song. if I hadn't done either of those two things, potentially I could have at least gotten all the line art done. Because I, like, didn't get distracted talking about things until this last half hour where I've talked about Power Rangers and Little Nightmares because I had already given up. What are you doing? Oh, you're trying to give him ibuprofen? That's so sweet. So, out I will go and get stream ready. The drawing it'll be done before Halloween, that's the important thing. Maybe I'll post it on Patreon since it technically did come from a Patreon. I've not known whether or not to ever post drawings on Patreon. Like because sometimes, like when I do like Art of My OCs or Not Safe for Work Art of My OCs, I'm like, are some people missing out on this who would like to see it because they didn't join the Discord but are on Patreon, and don't follow me on Blue Sky? I don't know. I'm gonna get ready and take my meds and put the oven on. So I will leave you. And I'll leave you on the note of what Julia messaged me with earlier when she made me laugh, was that the first message I got from her today when she woke up was that she had to pee a lot this morning. Just a lot of times. Just so much pee. I guess now we know where Lucius gets it from. Bye!